searching for something, something I can put my finger on. Maybe I've been living for the weekend. Maybe I've been living for the siren song. But every Friday, just about midnight, all my problems seem to disappear. Everyone that I miss when I'm distant, everybody's here. I need love.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual table read of Twilight New Moon. I'm so excited to be here with my friends. But before we get started, a couple of housekeeping things. I am Jennifer, and I will be reading the screen directions. I also organized this whole event, and I'm just really grateful to everyone who is or will be watching and everyone who is a part of this. I know that a couple of us are coming from different parts of Canada, but I would like to acknowledge that I'm coming from Vancouver, also known as the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples. And I am super grateful and privileged to be able to live, work, and play here. Before we get into the read, another thing that I recently learned was that the Quil people who have been represented or been included in the storytelling of the Twilight saga are like an actual sovereign nation in La Push, Washington. And although they are, included in the stories of the Twilight novels and movies, there has been no remuneration or anything that have been given to their peoples. And they actually have been, misrepresented in the stories. And so we've decided to spread awareness to their cause. They're trying currently to raise enough money to move their tribe away from a tsunami zone. And so the link for that and more information on that is going to be in the description box in the video below. So hopefully, if you have the means, please go and check that out and donate if you can. Without further ado, I'd like to start with the introductions of everyone. So I will call on an actor's name and they can tell us who they will be reading. Okay, so like I said, I'm Jen and I'm going to be the narrator. MIKAELA.
Hi, I'm MIKAELA, and I will be reading Bella Swan.
And CAMILLE.
Hello, I'm Camille, and I'm going to be reading Edward Cullen.
Kate Boutilier.
Hello, my name is Kate Boutilier, and I will be reading for the part of Jacob Black.
AIDAN. Right.
Hi. My name is AIDAN Wright, and I'll be reading for Charlie.
Stephen Richardson.
Hi there, my name's Stephen Richardson. I'm going to be reading for the parts of Mike, Felix, and Jasper.
SERA KASIKCI. KASIKCI. Sarah.
Of Alice Cullen and Jessica.
Wonderful, the queens. Megan Drew.
Hi, my name is Megan Drew, and I am reading for Rosalie and Angela.
Lauren Gargiulo.
Hi, my name is Lauren Gargiulo, and I'll be reading the roles of ERIC, Emmett, Cullen, and Marcus.
ERIN van ZYDERVELD.
Hi, my name is ERIN van ZYDERVELD. I'm going to be reading for the parts of Esme, Cullen, and Jane.
Bradley CRITCH.
Hello, my name is Brad, and I'll be reading the parts of Billy Black and Aro.
Aro? Does anyone know?
Aro.
Aro.
Okay.
Aro? Our Italian expert, Lauren. Maybe
That's not an Italian name.
Really? But they're like part of they're like in Italy.
Yeah, they're in Italy,
Italian
but they're not. They're not they're not Italian. They're just based in Italy. But I do have to thank you for giving me an opportunity to play this vitally important role to my people.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Anyways, I digress. Moving on, we have ERIC VINCENT.
Hello, my name is ERIC VINCENT, and I'm reading for Laurent and Sam.
Oh my God, I love the way you said that. TERRAN.
Hello. Also, fully forgot about that whole end part of the movie, so stoked for that. I will be playing the roles.
Whoa, spoiler! What the heck?
They don't know what happens yet. I forget what happens. I'll be playing the role of Victoria and Emily.
Julia Koser?
Hey, I'm Julia, and I will be playing for Harry Clearwater and Keys.
Keys? Caius? Do we know? Throwing it back at you,
the
Lauren.
Pronunciation just now, and it said Keys. So
Again, not an Italian name. That I'm pretty sure is French.
So what are we saying?
So Eric, do you have an answer?
Yeah, okay, Eric.
I believe it's
I don't think it's French. Caillou? No, I don't think it's French.
I feel like
Is it Caillou?
I feel like
No.
Not Caillou. I think
should be
Julia is
Caillou.
correct.
Yeah, I
okay,
think she
but
is
I think
correct.
in the movie if that is correct, then I think in the movie they mispronounce it. Because I think in the
Probably.
movie they say Caius. Unsure.
Caius sounds.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Typical North American.
Darren Adams.
Hi, I'm reading for Embry and Dimitri.
Lovely. And last but not least, Bennett Taylor.
Hello, my name is Bennett Taylor, and I am playing the roles of Romeo, Mr. Birdie, Bob Marks, Man's Voice, Guy Number 1, Guy Number 2, Nate, Tim, Denise, Italian Man, Gianna, Heidi, Tourist Husband, Tourist Wife, Driver, and that's everything.
Thank you. Okay. So unless anyone has any questions before we start, we can dive right in. Nobody? Everyone's good? Okay. Here we are. Twilight, new moon. A full moon fills the frame, luminous, tinged with gold. Slowly, a penumbral shadow begins to spread across the moon's surface, darkening it from left to right.
These violent delights have violent ends.
Until the moon is enveloped in shadow, a new moon which disappears into the darkness. Over black, a ruffled tulip appears, isolated against the blackness.
And in their triumph die, like fire and powder.
Hold on the tulip as the background fades up around it to reveal we're now in exterior forest, extreme close-up on the tulip. It's surrounded by the dark, lush greenery of the forest floor.
Which, as they kiss, consume.
Suddenly, a foot slams down next to the tulip, nearly crushing it. As the foot immediately lifts off again, it grazes the tulip, knocking its petals off. On the running pair of feet, they abruptly change direction, race on, include Bella Swan, desperately searching the woods, short, surreal cuts of her frantic quest.
Edward!
Ahead, through the darkness of the thick forest, she sees sunlight, a clearing. She hurtles toward it. Exterior meadow day.
Edward!
As Bella bursts into the sunlight, it's the meadow where Edward revealed his skin in the sun. But he's not here now. Instead, Bella sees, across the meadow, an old woman, white hair framing her withered face. Bella's eyes widen with surprise as she recognizes.
Gran?
Gran looks as surprised as Bella. Bella smiles and waves, as does Gran. Bella starts toward her, but
Bella.
She spins to the voice behind her to see Edward emerge from the forest, his alabaster skin in sharp contrast to the shadows. She beams at him, relieved, in love, until he moves to the edge of the shade, inches from sun's rays.
Stop! She'll see.
But Edward just smiles and steps into the sunlight. Sunbeams shatter off his skin like 1,000 rainbow shards as if he were made of diamonds. An awesome sight. Jump cut to Edward now inches from Bella, still glistening, entrancing her. She wraps an arm around his waist, then arranges her face into a calm expression. They turn to Gran, whose expression is calm too. Gran's arm is extended as if she also holds someone. Jump cut to Bella and Edward, only feet from Gran now. Bella's about to present Edward, but then sees that Gran mimics Bella's movement exactly. With growing horror, Bella reaches out to Gran and touches glass. Pull back to find Gran is now surrounded by a gilded frame. It's a mirror, mounted on a wall with wallpaper reflecting a surreal dreamlike version of the forest behind Bella.
Oh my God.
As she realizes that's not Gran, it's Bella, 65 years older. Bella spins to her perfect, eternally 17-year-old Edward. He takes her now, wrinkled, age-spotted hand, kisses it. Then he leans in very close to her 83-year-old face and whispers into her ear.
Birthday.
Smash to interior Bella's bedroom morning. On Bella, her eyes snap open. She lies atop her bed. A book, Romeo and Juliet, lays open on her chest. Bella sits up, the dream still weighing on her. Include a room cluttered with pictures of Edward, of the Cullens, memorabilia of all things Edward. A knock on the door. Chief Charlie Swan enters carrying 2 gifts, one wrapped, one not.
Happy birthday, Bells.
Dad, we agreed, no gifts.
At least mine's not wrapped.
He hands it to her. It's a digital camera. Bella's pleased despite herself.
Okay, this is actually kind of great. Thanks, Dad.
Goes with the one from your mom. We coordinated. Well, she coordinated me.
Bella opens the wrapped gift to reveal a scrapbook.
To put your pictures in. Record your senior year. Man, senior year. How'd you get old so fast?
Not that old.
I don't know. Is that a wrinkle?
Bella races to the mirror, searches her face.
I was kidding.
So not funny, Dad.
Exterior Forks Highway day. An aerial view of this lush, green, overcast landscape. The rainy world that is Forks. Find Bella's old truck as it lumbers down the 2-lane highway.
It was just a dream, but also my worst nightmare.
Exterior Forks High School parking lot day. Bella climbs out of her truck, shouldering her book bag. She looks around the parking lot, seeking Edward.
Wherefore art thou, Bella?
She turns as Mike, Eric, Angela, and Jessica approach.
You finished the Shakespeare assignment?
He means, will you finish his assignment?
No, I don't. Yeah, okay, I do.
I can help you with it. But first,
Pulling out a camera.
I need a picture. My mom's expecting a scrapbook full of memories.
I take them. I don't pose for them.
You do today.
She pushes Angela to the others. They arrange themselves.
You'll Photoshop my nose if it looks big, right?
My bad. Don't worry, I'm in the picture. So sorry. Don't worry, I'm in the picture. No one will be looking at you guys.
Jessica scoffs. Angela points a camera at Bella. Mike and Eric joust. Bella aims. Full frame, the camera's digital screen. It freezes on them. Fun. Delightfully carefree. But when the camera lowers, their playfulness has dissipated as they see someone behind Bella. She turns to see Edward climbing out of his silver Volvo.
Oh, good. Cullen's here.
Yay.
The friends, uncomfortable, move off.
Check you later.
But Bella doesn't register their tone. She's transfixed by Edward, who approaches, eyes never leaving hers. He reaches her, washing away all her concerns.
Happy birthday.
Except that one. Her face falls.
Don't remind me.
Your birth is definitely a day to celebrate.
Not for me.
18 is a little early to be worrying about your age.
It's 1 year older than you.
Bella, I'm 90.
True. Maybe I should be creeped out that I'm dating such an old guy?
Yes, it's the age that's creepy, not the fact that you're dating a vampire.
And he kisses her, tenderly, adoringly. She kisses him back despite their restraint. The passion mounts until he pulls away. As always, both are left wanting more. Edward nods toward the school building.
Class.
Wait, class.
Catching their breath, they start towards school. But Edward stops, hearing something in his mind. Irritated.
Someone wants you.
Bella! Jacob Black, 16, jogs up carrying a used car part, long black ponytail wagging. He looks 18 due to his tall, muscular body, but the gregarious Jacob is a little klutzy, still catching up to his growth spurt. He nods to Edward, who moves off to the side, but eyes them.
God, Jacob, what are they feeding you on that res? Steroids? You're huge.
Wouldn't seem so drastic if you came around more.
I will, soon. But isn't your school like 10 miles that way?
Just here buying this for the rabbit. I'm almost done with the rebuild. Gotta come take a ride when it's done. Oh, and hey, happy birthday. Your dad told my dad, so.
He pulls from his coat a small woven dream catcher, feathers dangling from it. He hands it to her.
Saw it the other day and thought of you. Catches bad dreams.
This I need. It's great.
The bell's about to ring.
The bell rings. Jacob gives Edward an amiable smile with just a hint of snark.
Ooh, look at you, all psychic.
I don't have that particular gift, but I can read a watch. I'm clever that way.
They share a tight smile. Bella intercedes, squeezing Jacob's arm.
Bye, Jake, and thank you.
Edward guides her away as they walk off.
How come Jacob Black gets to give you a gift and I don't?
It's just a friend.
Friends don't spend 2 weeks looking for the perfect dream catcher.
Stop reading his mind if he bothers you so much.
A little hard to tune out.
She just laughs, but Edward looks back at Jacob with resentment. Jacob holds his gaze. Interior Forks High School corridor. Edward and Bella enter the double doors. Suddenly, a small wrapped gift appears in Bella's face. Alice presents it.
Happy!
Shh! Alice whispers in her ear as she hugs Bella.
Birthday.
After it, over Alice's shoulder, Bella sees Jasper, keeping his distance. He offers her a pleasant nod. She tries to hide Alice's present, hoping no one noticed.
Alice, didn't I say no gifts?
You did, but I didn't. I've already seen you open it, and guess what? You love it.
You had a vision about my birthday?
And about the green dress you'll be wearing to your party tonight. Great color on you.
My party?
Please, it'll be fun.
I guess I can deal.
Great. See you at 7.
Alice hugs her again and races off before she can change her mind, which is when Bella realizes.
Wait, Jasper, no fair with the mood control.
He offers an apologetic bow before Alice drags him away.
Vampires. You can't trust them.
Close on a TV monitor, Zeffirelli 68 Romeo and Juliet plays the suicide scene. Romeo?
Arms take your last embrace, and lips, oh you. The doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss.
Full back to include Interior Forks High School, English class day. The room is dark as we pan over the class. Some students entertained, some moved, Mike trying not to fall asleep. The teacher, Mr. Birdie, mouths every word.
Here's to my love! Oh, true apothecary. The drugs are quick.
Find Edward and Bella in the back of the room, desks pushed together, whisper talking.
I hate being celebrated.
Come on. The last real birthday any of us had was Emmett's. I think Bing Crosby was on top of the charts, on the top charts. You'll be helping us feel normal for a night.
Bella sits back knowing she's trapped. He kisses her hand.
There are worse tragedies than a birthday. Look at Romeo. He's responsible for his wife's death. Who could live with that? Though I do envy him one thing.
Juliet's all right, if you like that obviously beautiful sort of thing.
Not the girl, the suicide. Nearly impossible for my kind. But humans, a little poison, dagger to the heart. There are so many options.
Why would you even think about that?
He turns her wrist over, runs his hand over the horseshoe-shaped scar on her forearm.
I considered it once when James had you trapped.
Flash pop to Twilight, the first movie. In the ballet studio, James grabs Bella's arm and bites back on Edward, pained.
I didn't know if I'd find you in time, if I had gotten you killed.
It wouldn't have been your fault.
Either way, I had a plan.
What plan?
There are ways for us. At least one way. I would have gone to Italy, provoked the Volturi.
The who?
Is there something you'd like to share with the class, Edward?
Certainly not, but I apologize for being a distraction. Perhaps you should rewind to Act 5, Scene 1, line 2889. If you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Eyes on the screen, people.
Bella is too concerned to be amused. Exterior Cullen house, night. Lights glow from inside the beautiful house.
The Volturi are a very old, very powerful family.
Interior Cullen house, Carlisle's room. On an 18th century oil painting depicting Grecian figures in swirling robes writhing among pillars and balconies. In a high balcony, 4 calm figures look down upon the bacchanal, 2 black-haired, 1 snowy white, 1 golden-haired.
The closest thing my world has to royalty.
Include Edward and Bella, now wearing a green dress. She studies the painting, the largest on a wall crowded with pictures. The other walls are towering bookshelves.
Francesco Salamina painted this. He often depicted the Volturi as gods.
Bella examines the golden-haired god.
Is that Carlisle?
Yes, he lived with them for a few decades. He describes them as very refined for killers.
Push in on the painting, the foursome. Their features begin to fill in, become real. They come to life in the painting. Turning to leave the balcony through an archway, we follow them into interior, a circular white marble hall, day. It's centuries old, its marble cracked and weathered. The open oculus in the domed ceiling is the only source of light. The room is empty but for 3 large wooden chairs and half a dozen vampires in elegant 18th century attire.
The Volturi are also what you might call enforcers.
Of what?
The only rule they have, to keep secret the existence of our kind.
2 of the Volturi, Marcus and, I'm going to say Caius, take their seats. Carlisle stands beside them. Arrow moves to the center of the room where we reveal a rogue vampire is on his knees. He looks feral compared to the others and terrified. Arrow puts his hands on either side of the rogue's face. Compassion?
We don't make spectacles of ourselves or kill conspicuously unless we want to die.
Arrow then slowly, dispassionately rips the rogue's head off. 2 Volturi guards, Felix and Dimitri, appear on either side, holding him down as Arrow easily detaches the head and tosses it aside. Arrow calmly sits as the others tear the rogue limb from limb. Carlisle has to look away. Interior Cullen house. As Bella spins on Edward.
Don't even talk about that. You can't let anyone hurt you, the Volturi or anyone else.
Who else would hurt me?
You said there were more dangerous things out there than you, and I know you have at least one enemy.
Off Bella's face, flash pops, and all 3 evil vampires, James, Victoria, the dreadlocked Laurent from Twilight, the first movie. Close on Victoria, fire red hair, burgundy eyes, feral, vicious grin.
You said she'd come after you for killing her mate.
Victoria? Yes, someday, but Alice will see her coming, and she won't win.
Bella looks up at him, pained.
I hate that I can't protect you.
He laughs, amused. She's decidedly not.
That was me being serious.
I know, but you do protect me from boredom and loneliness. You give me a reason to stay undead, but it's my job to protect you.
But he stops, smiles, hearing something in his mind.
From everyone but my sister.
As the door bursts open and Alice dances in.
It's time, it's time, it's time!
Interior Cullen house, 2nd floor landing. Alice tugs Bella and Edward to the top of the landing, then skips down the stairs. They look down into the living room. Hundreds of pink candles and rose-filled crystal bowls. Rosalie, Esme, Emmett, Carlisle, Jasper, and Alice look up at her, all of them stunningly beautiful. Bella would love to disappear, but Edward leads her down to the living room where Esme and Carlisle hug Bella warmly.
Sorry about all this. We tried to rein Alice in.
Like that's even possible. Happy birthday, Bella.
Flash! Alice has snapped a picture of Bella with them.
I found it in your bag. Mind?
Emmett moves to Edward's side, nudges him.
Dating an older woman. Hot.
Oh my God.
Bella caught that. Edward elbows him sharply to shut up.
What?
Rosalie steps up, shoves the silver package at Bella.
Necklace. Alice picked it out.
She walks away, bored. Bella has to smile. She sees Jasper across the room. They wave to each other.
Show me the love.
Edward pulls Bella into an embrace. They look deeply into one another's eyes. Flash.
For your scrapbook. Now, open your presents.
Alice drags Bella over to a table piled with elaborately wrapped gifts, a huge cake, and a tall stack of china plates.
Alice, I'm the only one who even eats cake. That thing could feed 50.
Hope you're hungry. Here, this one's from Emmett.
The others crowd around, Jasper somewhat away. Bella, no fan of being the center of attention, opens the gift to find an empty car radio box.
Thanks.
Already installed it in your truck.
Finally, a decent sound system in that piece of
No hating on the
shit.
truck. Thank you, Emmett.
Open mine.
Alice hands her a box. Bella starts to open it, but...
Ouch. Paper cut.
Close on Bella's finger. A single drop of deep red blood appears. Bella thinks little of it, but then hears a disturbing grisly snarl. She looks up just as Bella's POV Jasper lunges towards her. Teeth bared, eyes beyond reason, Edward flings Bella behind his own body, causing her to crash into the table, plates shattering as Jasper slams into Edward. Sounds like boulders colliding. Edward pushes him hard. Jasper sails backward, hitting the wall, but he ricochets off of it and comes back at Bella. Emmett and Carlisle tackle Jasper from the side, dragging him to the ground. Alice helps hold him down.
Jazz. Shh.
But she stops, her head suddenly jerking toward Bella. Then everybody's eyes snap toward Bella as they catch the overwhelming scent on Bella, lying amid the shards of broken china. She looks at her arm, seeing now. It's been slashed by plate shards. Bright red blood pulses out of her, pooling. She looks up, Bella's POV, the Cullens, in slow motion. All of them now, including Edward, but not Carlisle, stares down at her, her blood with fevered eyes. 6 suddenly ravenous vampires. The slow motion abruptly ends as Carlisle jumps to Bella's side. Edward, the white as a bone, snaps out of it and stands between her and the others.
Emmett, get Jasper out of here. Emmett!
Emmett reins himself in, elbows Rosalie. They drag the snarling Jasper out. Esme holds her nose, politely exits with the others. Alice looks at Bella, apologetic.
I'm sorry. I can't.
She slips out the door. Edward's still on guard as Carlisle examines Bella's arm.
I'll have to stitch this up.
I'll carry her to the kitchen.
He moves to pick her up, but his eyes dart to the blood.
I'll take care of her, Edward. Check on Jasper. Go.
Edward looks from him to Bella, then steps back, allowing Carlisle to lift Bella and carry her to the kitchen. But just before the kitchen door closes, Bella sees Edward's agonized face. He turns away, unable to meet her eyes. Interior Cullen house kitchen. Bella sits in a chair opposite Carlisle, who mops up her blood as he removes glass shards from her arm. He drops one into a bowl. Plink. She tries not to look at the blood.
Sure can kill a party.
Not your fault. Jasper hasn't been away from human blood as long as the rest of us.
Seems like you're the only one it doesn't affect.
Centuries of practice.
Did you ever think of living differently?
Did you, Carlisle? Did you ever think about living differently?
Is Carlisle frozen?
Carlisle?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. We're just wondering if you ever thought of living differently.
Living differently?
Yeah.
I enjoy my work too much. Helping people, saving lives. I'm hoping there's a point to my existence, even if I am damned.
Damned? You're not damned.
Then you and I agree. But Edward doesn't believe there's an afterlife for our kind. He thinks we've lost our souls.
That's why he won't. He thinks he'd be damning me.
If you believed as he did, would you risk it?
Off Bella. No, not ever. Interior Bella's truck night. A large red bow hangs from the new stereo on the dashboard. Edward drives in silence. Bella studies him. Finally.
Say something.
What do you want me to say?
That I'm a klutz, that I should have been more careful.
You got a paper cut. Normal people get paper cuts. And a normal boyfriend wouldn't have flung you into a stack of plates. A normal boyfriend wouldn't have had to fight the urge to kill you.
Stop. I don't want to be normal. I want you.
Edward doesn't respond, just pulls the truck into exterior Bella's house. Interior Bella's truck. The truck stops. Beat.
You can't protect me from everything. Something's going to separate us. Accident, illness, old age. As long as I'm human.
That's your solution? My ending your life?
You're giving me forever.
He faces forward again, jaw tight, mind working, tormented. She reaches for his hand.
Carlisle told me how you feel about my soul, but I don't believe that.
He steadily moves his hand away from hers.
You should go in. It's late.
He climbs out. Instantly, he's opening the passenger side door for her. She climbs out. He looks down at her face. He softens as he takes it in, puts a hand on her cheek.
I'll leave my window open for you.
I won't be coming back. Not tonight.
Then can I ask for one thing? It's still my birthday. Kiss me?
That lip bite, though. He lifts her face to his and kisses her. He begins carefully, gently, but it changes. He becomes urgent with an almost painful edge, as if it were goodbye. Abruptly, he pulls away. With a last look, he turns, walks off into the night. Off Bella. Interior Bella's bedroom, nighttime. On a photo as the printer spits it out. It's the pic Alice took of Bella and Edward's embrace. Bella, troubled, puts it in her scrapbook, her bandaged finger running over it. Interior high school English class, day. Romeo and Juliet lessons are on the board. Everyone's scribbling essays. Bella glances at Edward's desk. Empty. Flash pop to a previous scene in the truck. Extreme close-up on Edward's eyes. Hard, turning away from her. Interior high school cafeteria, day. Bella sits with Jessica, Angela, Eric, and Mike. They joke, throw things, but Bella's distracted, looking out for Edward. Flash pop to a scene in the truck. Extreme close-up on Edward's hand moving away from hers. Back on Bella's worried face, off which we go to interior Bella's bedroom, daytime. Pan the photos on the wall. Include Edward, who studies them, his expression grim. He looks down at Bella's scrapbook to see the photo of him and Bella. He pulls it out, takes a closer look, and we're in exterior Bella's house, daytime. On Bella, through the windshield of her truck, as she pulls into the driveway. She climbs out, heads towards the house, but stops, relief washing over her.
Edward, you're here.
He stands by the house. Bella hurries toward him, but slows when she sees his cold, distant face, an unreadable mask.
Walk with me.
Edward gently takes her hand. Dread fills her, but she lets him guide her towards the wood. Exterior woods, day. Edward stops by a fallen tree, turns to Bella.
Really dramatic pause when my internet went out. We need to leave, Forks.
What? Why?
It's time. Carlisle's supposed to be 10 years older than he looks. People will start noticing.
But when?
Now.
Bella reels, trying to take this in, finally.
I'll have to think of something to tell Charlie, but I can be ready.
Not you. Us.
What? No. Edward, what happened with Jasper? That was nothing.
Nothing compared to what could happen. You don't belong in my world.
I belong with you.
You don't.
I'm coming.
I don't want you to come.
Bella is stung as if slapped.
You don't want me?
No.
She steps back, trying to understand this.
I'd like to ask for one favor, though.
Anything.
Don't do anything stupid or reckless. Do you understand? For Charlie's sake, just take care of yourself.
Yes, I will.
He softens ever so slightly.
Don't worry. You're human. Time heals all wounds for your kind, particularly if you're not reminded.
Desperation wells up in her, overwhelming dignity.
No, don't do this, please.
He sees she won't let go easily, takes a breath, his face turns cold again.
Try to understand. Every second with you is about restraint. You're too fragile. I'm tired of pretending to be something I'm not. Reining myself in so I can be with a human.
And take my soul. I don't care. I don't want it without you.
You're not good for me, Bella.
Bella looks at him, his hard face, his resolve.
I've let it go on too long. I'm sorry.
Tears sting Bella's eyes. This can't be happening. He steps forward, kisses her forehead. She closes her eyes.
I promise it will be like I never existed. Goodbye, Bella.
And here, for the first time, we see how truly agonizing this really is for Edward. But Bella doesn't see. By the time she opens her eyes, he's gone. She spins.
Wait.
She sees a leaf flittering to the ground where he grazed a branch, the only indication of his direction. She hurries down the path, then runs.
Edward?
But she keeps running, going deeper into the woods. And we see a series of quick, surreal shots, time-lapsing. Bella runs through the woods, searching, reminiscent of her opening dream. It gets darker and darker until we're deep into night, and we hear Bella's sharp, desperate breaths as she trips, falls to the damp forest floor. She looks up at the trees spinning around her. As we stay on Bella, it's nighttime as hours pass. She remains on the ground, curls into a ball, and darkness shrouds her. Devastation paralyzing her. Extreme close-up on her face. Numb. Hear the faint sound of her name being called in the distance. A search party. She's too wrecked to respond. Rain begins to pour. She doesn't register it. Series of scenes end on Bella, lying there, dazed. She begins to hear an animal snuffling. It gets closer. It sounds large, scary. Then she hears a whisper.
Move, Bella.
She lifts her head, looks for Edward, but sees something else instead. A dark shape, huge, black, nearing. Its eyes reflect light for a split second. They're inhuman, savage. Bella, terrified, manages to drag herself to the cluster of trees. She squeezes between them, breathing hard. She closes her eyes, trying to disappear. Bella's eyes open to find herself, later that night, floating several feet above the ground. Trees pass by. She's being carried. We're exterior Bella's house, nighttime. Half the town is gathered, a tired rescue party that includes Mike Newton and Jacob Black. Charlie, besides himself with worry, pores over a map with Billy Black in a wheelchair, and Quil, Harry, Clearwater, 46, dark braids, stout, protruding belly, kind face.
I'll call the Collins again. Her note said she and Edward went for a walk.
They left town, Charlie.
Hospital said Doc Cullen got a big job somewhere else.
Harry puts a reassuring hand on Charlie's shoulder.
We'll find her, Charlie.
Charlie's glad for the comfort of his two friends.
Charlie.
Charlie spins to where Jacob points. Their point of view, the edge of the woods. Sam Uli, 20, emerges a tall, strong Kulu Indian with cropped hair and a fierce expression. He's carrying Bella.
It's Sam Yulee. He found her.
Charlie bolts to her. He's never moved faster in his life. He wraps his arms around Bella, lifting her from Sam's arms.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank God.
Charlie carries Bella to the house, cradling her. Harry and Billy give Sam a nod of praise and gratitude, but Sam backs away, avoiding any accolades. We're on Jacob, jogging alongside Charlie, peering at Bella with worry. Then Jacob slows, feeling eyes on his back. He turns to see Sam Uli staring at him. Jacob, uncomfortable, quickly looks away. On Charlie carrying Bella up the stairs to the house.
Oh, what were you thinking, baby? Why are you out there?
gone.
Off her as Charlie carries her inside. Interior Bella's bedroom, nighttime. An overhead shot of the bed. Charlie lays Bella down and wraps her in blankets. And we see a series of dissolves on Bella. She's curled in a fetal position in the middle of the bed, then at its foot, then under the blankets, on top of them, in various different arrangements. Meanwhile, a black liquid begins to flood the floor, slowly swallowing everything in the room. It rises up the sides of the bed higher and higher until it reaches to the top of the bed and begins to engulf Bella. Off her, submerged in blackness. Exterior, Bella's house day. A month later. The leaves have turned red and orange. We see a figure in the upstairs window. It's Bella. She sits in a rocking chair by the window, her face blank, empty. We stay on her, unchanging, but through the window outside, we see time lapsing behind her. October. Costumed kids appear in the yard, trick-or-treating, dissolve into November. Neighbors, Bob Marks and his wife, bring Charlie a turkey. They glance up at Bella's window with concern. Winter begins. The tree's branches are now bare. It's December. Charlie drags the Christmas tree toward the house. Worry has taken its toll on him, but Bella remains unchanged.
Dear Mom, I'm lost.
Pan the now blank walls of the exceedingly neat room. Gone are all the traces of Edward.
Edward took everything with him, including my life. He promised it would be like he never existed.
Land on the scrapbook which lies open. The photo of Bella and Edward's embrace at the birthday party. Gone. Interior Bella's bedroom, another day. Bella at her computer typing an email to Renee.
But I need to know he did.
A series of tableaus dissolving into one another. Interior Bella's house, living room day. Bella sits on the couch, blank, as the rain pounds. Charlie watches her, concerned.
It's like a huge hole has been punched through my chest.
Interior Bella's bedroom, nighttime. In the darkness, Bella is curled up in a ball on her floor.
But the pain is my only reminder that he was real, that they all were.
Interior Forks High School, cafeteria. Lunch. Bella sits alone, staring straight ahead. See Jessica, Eric, Angela, and Mike watching her with concern, talking about her. She doesn't notice.
I miss them, especially Alice.
We're exterior Tanya's Alaskan home, daytime, a one-story contemporary home, surrounded by snowy, barren land and woods. Through a large picture window, we see Alice and Carlisle arguing inside.
But I'm sure it's better for them, not having me around.
We're back at the Alaskan home. Alice faces off with Carla as the others watch on. Esme desolate, Emmett blank. He sits next to Rosalie, who seems almost irritated. Jasper isolates himself in a corner.
No, we promised Edward.
She won't do well without us. I get flashes of her. They're unclear.
Forget her. Let's drag Edward home.
He'll come home. He'll come back when he's ready, after Bella moves on.
Yes, when she's living her life, safe from danger.
You mean safe from us?
Alice wraps an arm around Jasper soothingly.
And when will that be? And when will that be?
Can you see him, Alice?
Where are the arms? Where are the arms, Emmett?
Emmett doesn't do technology.
They all turn to Alice, a beat. She closes her eyes, trying to get a lock on Edward. Push in on Alice as
the only decision he's made.
Smash to exterior South America and Andes and I don't know. Alice's vision day. Visuals are jumpy, unclear. Start high on a mountaintop in the middle of nowhere, swoop down to its peak on which we find Edward, standing still, face agonized.
Is to be alone.
And suddenly he starts running like he's trying to outrun his memories. Faster and faster, he races toward a cliff, a ravine hundreds of feet below. Edward doesn't slow, just blasts forward faster. Then he leaps off the cliff, floating, but the pain stays with him. On Edward's feet, landing hard on the other side of the ravine as they hit ground, we smash back to close on Bella's fingers as they hit computer keys.
And passes. Every tick that goes by aches.
Simple. Interior Bella's bedroom, night. Include Bella's computer screen as she types.
Like the pulse of blood behind a bruise.
Bella stops, a beat as she stares at her own words. Then she hits select all and delete on the computer. On the computer, a blank document. She types, "Hi, Mom. Things are great. Grades are up. Hanging with friends. Stop worrying. I'm fine." Bella presses send, and the cheery email disappears. Bella rises, returns to her rocking chair, staring out desolately. Push past her outside. We are at an unknown POV from the woods, on Bella in the window. Someone's watching her, pacing menacingly, hungrily. Exterior Bella's house day. Bella exits to find Charlie out by the street, stuffing trash into the bins. He talks with neighbor Bob Marks, who also attends to his trash. 2 old, beat-up motorcycles.
It's about time you got rid of those, Bob. Seen one too many bikers smeared on the highway.
Save the lecture, Chief. As soon as the garbage truck hauls them off, you and my wife can rest easy. Oh, hey, what's the word on that bear problem? Folks are saying they're huge.
That's just talk.
As Charlie watches Bella walk to her truck, head down, Bob sees her too.
Oh, how you doing there, Bella?
Bella, in her own world, doesn't respond. Bob gives Charlie an understanding shrug and heads off. On Bella as she opens her truck door. Suddenly, it gets slammed shut again by Charlie.
That's it.
That's what?
You're going to Jacksonville to live with your mother.
What? Why?
I don't know what to do with you anymore. You don't act like someone left you, more like someone died.
She looks away. That's how it feels to her.
Not leaving Forks.
Bells, that bastard's not coming back.
She nods, knows this all too well.
It's not normal, this behavior. And frankly, it's scaring the hell out of me and your mother. Go to Jacksonville, baby. Make some new friends.
I like my old friends.
You're never even going to see them again.
I will too. In fact, Jessica and I are going to Port Angeles tomorrow shopping.
You hate shopping.
That's how good a friend I am.
All right. Shopping.
Hi, Jessica. It's Bella.
Interior Bella's truck day. Bella drives talking on her cell phone. Hands-free, of course.
Yes, Bella Swan. Hey, any chance you feel like shopping tomorrow?
Exterior Port Angeles. Movie theater night. Bella and Jessica exit the theater. A marquee behind them bears the title of a zombie film.
I don't get why there's so many zombie movies.
It's like a metaphor for crass consumerism or something.
Bella glances at her.
Not that you'd know anything about consuming. You didn't buy anything today.
I bought something.
Socks don't count. Of course, I was surprised you even called.
I've been kind of out of it.
Kind of. I mean, at first I was worried. Then I'm like, okay, she's still bumming. It's not like I wasn't going through things too. Like Mike deciding he wanted to just be friends. That was really hard. And
tell us more, Jessica.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how about a ride, girls? Yeah.
As Bella looks across the street, time suddenly slows. A dive bar. One-eyed Pete's in slow motion. 4 rough-looking guys loiter out front next to their motorcycles. They're in shadow. We can't see their faces. Off Bella, we smash to flash pops. Bella's surrounded by 4 guys. Like a flash pop to like the first movie, Twilight. Edward's Volvo skidding to a stop. Edward staring them down. Back on Bella. A chill going down her spine, freezing her as she stares at the foursome across the street. Then suddenly, a pair of lips lean next to her ear.
Move, Bella.
She turns to find Edward standing next to her, or so it seems. But he's an illusion. An apparition? Apparition? But he's an illusion, an apparition. That doesn't sound right.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, it's right.
But he's an
Apparition.
illusion, an apparition. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
apparition.
apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
apparition.
is it APPARI?
Both are actually correct.
Oh, damn.
Fucking laid it down.
He's an illusion, an apparition, which becomes clear when Jessica steps right into him, dissolving him into nothingness, and time abruptly speeds up again.
Come on.
I know them, I think.
Can we just go?
Jessica pulls at her arm, but Bella shakes her off.
I want to see something.
Much to Jessica's frustration, Bella begins to cross the street toward the guys, frightened but drawn.
No.
Okay. All right. We gotta take her.
The apparition of Edward reappears in her path this time. She stops.
Turn around, Bella. This is dangerous.
But when she steps backward, he fades. Testing her hallucination, she strides forward again. Edward's apparition reappears, strides alongside her.
Stop. Now.
She's almost smiling as she reaches the guys, finally able to see them clearly, and stops, realizing.
You're not them.
And with that, Edward disappears.
We'll be whoever you want, honey.
Guy number 2 pulls up right next to her on his motorcycle.
Ready for a thrill ride?
Guy number 2 extends his hand to help her onto the bike. She hesitates.
Walk away. Go.
Edward's apparition appears on the other side of the bike. Bella looks at him with determination, then climbs onto the back of the bike.
I can break promises too.
Okay.
Bella!
The bike lurches forward, going way too fast. As the wind blasts her hair back, she realizes this might have been a mistake.
Ooh, wait.
Guy number 2 doesn't hear her, guns the engine, going faster. Directly ahead, Edward stands in the road, directly in their path, more present, more clear than ever. The bike's headlight illuminates him, racing toward him.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
The bike abruptly pulls up short.
Hey, I didn't force nothing on you.
Bella scrambles off, stumbling in the process. Edward is gone. The 4 guys then rev their bikes and peel out. Bella watches them go as Jessica storms up.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I saw something.
You are insane or suicidal.
The more dangerous, the more real it was.
So what? You're like an adrenaline junkie now. Go hang gliding or bungee jumping. Don't be a complete freak.
An angry Jessica charges off. Bella watches the motorcycles disappear down the street as...
He wasn't real. I knew that. I didn't care. I needed to see him. Danger's what it took. That's what I'd find.
Off Bella, determination settling into her face. Exterior Jacob Black's house, day. Bella pulls up in her truck, a tarp covering something big in the back. Jacob comes out of the house, a huge grin.
Bella!
Bella hops out. Jacob gives her a hug. Bella's surprised by his affection, but doesn't mind.
About time you came by.
I brought you something.
Bella pulls the tarp back, revealing her neighbor is two dilapidated rusting motorcycles.
Scrap metal. You shouldn't have.
I rescued them from the dump. They'd cost more than they're worth to fix, unless one had a mechanic type friend.
Me being the mechanic type friend. Since when are you into motorcycles?
Recently.
Well, the part alone will be pricey.
I have a college fund I can dig into.
Oh, Charlie's gonna love that.
Charlie won't know.
Wow. Lying to dad, blowing through college money, repairing dangerous machines that I'm guessing you'll want to ride.
I really get it if you think this is stupid and reckless.
Oh, it's totally stupid and reckless. When do we start?
Bella's face spreads into something we haven't seen in a while. A wide smile. As they pull the bikes off the truck, they laugh and joke. It's as though Jacob has brought Bella back to life. But on Bella and Jacob from a distance, Someone's watching as the two of them wheel the bikes into the garage. Reverse on the watcher to discover. Exterior, edge of the woods, Sam Woolley. Next to Sam stand two others, Jared, 17, and Paul, 18. All three have cropped hair, sleeveless shirts, cutoffs. It's unsettling how they watch Bella and Jacob, the ferocity in their eyes, the danger. Sam turns, the others follow his lead. The three slink soundlessly into the darkness of the woods, and we smash to exterior forest day. Two hikers, Nate and Tim, in their 20s, as they tromp through the shadowy, mist-laden woods. Tim studies his iPhone GPS. Tim?
Am I Tim? I'm not Tim. It doesn't say on the list. Oh, it does say I am
Tim.
I apologize.
How dare
to
you
everybody
question
here.
me?
I'm so sorry. We're going the wrong way. Who cares? Enjoy the scenery. And the West Nile virus?
Tim hears a rustle, stops.
You hear that? If I knew you were such a wuss, I'd have brought my grandma. Could be one of those giant bears. There are no giant.
Rustle. Nate stops. Then from the opposite direction, another rustle. Then another and another. From behind, from in front, it's either more than one creature or it's moving with extraordinary speed. The guys are terrified.
What the hell is that? I don't know.
The guys, faced away from one another, search the trees, stay on Tim as suddenly there's an eerie silence. Beat.
Think it's gone?
No answer. He turns to find that Nate has vanished.
Nate! Nate!
Nothing. Then the rustling starts again and intensifies. Tim bolts close on Tim, tearing through the woods, too scared to feel the branches smack him in the face. Breath ragged, he looks over his shoulder. Tim's POV behind him. Something gives chase, flattening foliage and bending thin trees in its path. Tim runs harder. Tim's POV up ahead through the trees, the highway. A couple cars pass by. Civilization, safety. Tim races for it. Exterior highway continuous. Tim bursts from the tree line. He's almost to the pavement. He's going to escape. Bam! Something yanks him out of the frame at an unnatural angle. His scream is abruptly choked. Nothing but a disturbing silence. Dissolved to interior Jacob's garage another day. Motorcycle parts are spread out on blankets. Jacob moves among them excitedly, piecing them together. Bella watches.
If we're going to be working on this every day, we should probably include some homework. Don't want the dads to think I'm a bad influence on you.
You influence me, please.
I am older than you.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
And I convinced you to secretly build us two-wheeled death machines.
God, you're right. You're like Satan.
I am Satan.
Do we have a Quil?
Not on the list. But I will sub in. Yo, Jake, you in there?
It should be Noah. It should be Noah.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, Noah.
Oh, all right. Yo, Jake, you in there?
All right.
Okay, now that we have that figured out, Bella abruptly sits up, starts to pull a tarp over the bikes.
It's cool. It's just my boys.
Quil and Embry Cull enter, both 16. Wait, hold. Does anyone? Someone's Embry, right?
I'm Embry. I pay attention.
Thank you, Darren. Someone actually cares about this table read. At Noah. Quil and Embry Cull enter, both 16. Quil is short, stock, and feisty with short hair. Embry is tall, thin, and laid back with chin-length black hair.
Hey, Jake!
They stop when they see Bella. The two guys share a smile.
Hey, this is Bella. Bella, that's Quil and Embry.
So the bike building story is true.
Taught him everything he knows.
What about the part where you're his girlfriend?
Oh, we're just friends.
I said she's a girl and a friend.
Embry, you remember him making that distinction?
I don't even know where you are anymore. Let's go.
Just my boys. Just boys being boys.
Just boys being boys. Bella rescues Jacob.
So I guess you guys have girlfriends.
Right. Quil took his cousin to prom.
Nope.
Embry chuckles as well.
Yeah, that's still a riot. You want funny, Black? I'll give you funny.
Quil makes a run at him. He dodges. A playful scuffle ensues. Embry, amused, saunters over to Bella.
I got $5 on Quil.
You're
My
on.
aunt cut out in the bedroom.
I don't know if you heard, but it was like,
no.
I had no idea what was happening.
You were really scary.
you can watch it in playback. It's a good time. The scuffle
to
continues.
finally have
Off
you
Bella
here.
enjoying them. A series of scenes. Interior Jacob's garage over the course of several days. The bikes begin to take shape. The parts on the blanket thin out.
I never forgot my reason for doing what I was doing.
Jacob clowns for Bella's amusement, pretends to skewer himself with a pipe. She laughs.
But being with Jacob was a bigger perk than I expected.
He constantly touches her, playful, affectionate. It's effortless in contrast to Edward's intense restraint. We can see her spirits beginning to lift. Exterior Jacob's garage night. Bella and Jacob exit, make their way across the yard to her truck. Bella seems lighter, happier than before.
Quil keeps asking to come over. I think he likes you a little too much.
Tell him I'm not into the cougar thing.
What is it with you and age? I mean, that Cullen guy was young. Didn't seem to bother you.
He instantly regrets saying Edward's name as he sees it crush her spirits. Off Bella, retreating into herself.
Not even Jacob could keep away the nightmares.
Exterior woods, nightmare. Bella tears through the forest, searching desperately. Then she turns, finds Edward a couple yards away, his face cold. She steps toward him, but he bolts backwards, suddenly 20 yards away.
The terror, the loneliness.
He rapidly retreats further until he disappears, leaving Bella utterly alone. Darkness closing in on her. We're interior Bella's bedroom night. Bella screams in her sleep. The light turns on and Charlie hurries to her side, gently shaking her awake.
You all right, Bells? You okay?
Why does Charlie suddenly have an accent?
Hey, I've been talking like this my whole time.
All right, okay, let's roll with it. I'm happy with it. Her eyes open, tears streaming down her cheeks. He doesn't quite know what to do, so hands her a glass of water from her bedside table. She sits up, sips. He pulls the dream catcher from her bedpost.
This thing's not working very well.
It's not as bad as it was.
Yeah, right. I know it's like, you know, when your mom left me and I had a hell of a time. Imagine doing all this kind of crazy things just to stop the pain.
You did not talk like this in the beginning.
But hanging out with Jacob seems to help take your mind off things.
He's been keeping me afloat.
That's good. He's a good guy.
Off Bella, we go to interior Bella's truck day. Bella drives along the La Push cliffs. Jacob rides shotgun. He studies a grease-blackened motorcycle crankshaft.
You got lucky at the dump. You know how much a new crankshaft goes for?
Sure, I spend all my free time on crankshaft.com.
I think that's a porn site. These bikes are going to be rolling soon. Where should we ride first?
Someplace sunny.
Like there's any place sunny around here.
I know a place above the cloud line.
The second she says it, she regrets it. Off her, we flash up to the meadow. Bella lying on the grass with Edward. Twilight, the first movie. Flowers surrounding them.
Where is it?
We're back on Bella. Her face falls.
Actually, it's too hard to get to.
He brings his easy smile and optimism to the rescue.
So we'll find our sunny spot, right?
She smiles, grateful. Then she looks out the window at the cliffs and notices Bella's POV in the distance by the cliff. 4 men stand on the rocky ledge of the cliff. Sam, Jared, Paul, and a 4th. They wear nothing but cut-off shorts. They push each other, roughhousing.
Isn't that Sam Yulee?
And his coat.
Suddenly, 2 of the guys throw a struggling Jared over the cliff. Bella slams on the brakes, jumps out of the truck. Jacob climbs out after her.
Oh my God, stop them.
Bella runs towards them, but Jacob's laughter slows her.
They're not really fighting, Bella. They're cliff diving.
What, on purpose?
Scary as hell, but total rush.
Off Bella's POV, a diver, Paul, takes a running start and flings himself into the air, twisting and cartwheeling down. Bella is intrigued, sees the potential for adrenaline, for Edward.
Most of us jump from lower down.
Think I could?
Man, first motorcycles, now cliff diving?
You said it was a rush.
Maybe on a warmer day, and not from the top. Leave the showing off to Sam and his disciples.
There's that bitter edge again. She looks at him.
You don't like them.
They think they run this place, acting all badass, calling themselves protectors.
What are they protecting?
The tribe, the land, their right to be jerks. Embry used to call them hall monitors on steroids. Now look at him.
Bella looks closer, sees the 4th guy is Embry. Hair now shorn, thin frame fulled out, laid back expression gone. It pains Jacob to see him.
That's Embry? I didn't recognize him. What happened to him?
He missed some school. Then out of nowhere, he's following Sam around. Same thing happened with Paul and Jared. They weren't even friends. Now Sam owns them. Sam keeps giving me this look, like he's waiting for me or something. It's kind of freaking me out.
Maybe you should just avoid them.
I try, but...
She sees he's unnerved, instinctively hugs him reassuringly.
Hey, if it gets worse, we'll go to my dad, or you can come stay with us.
Thanks. If this is how you're going to react, I'll freak out more often.
Bella realizes she's crossed a line and covers, playfully shoving him. As they head to the truck, Bella looks back. But now, Sam's looking directly at her. Then he turns and dives over the edge, cutting a clean line into the water. Interior high school cafeteria day. Bella carries her tray to an empty table, but looks over at Mike, Angela, Jessica, and Eric. Bella takes a deep breath, then casually joins them. They take note, but keep talking.
I will kill Tyler if he gives me his flu.
Going around. My sister was so sick she couldn't come on our hike this weekend, so she didn't see it.
And maybe you should keep that to yourself.
Draw something, Eric.
I believe you.
No, he doesn't. He's just trying to get lucky.
Is that an option?
It was jet black and huge. On all 4s, it was still taller than a person. A bear, maybe?
Or Bigfoot?
Or an alien. Lucky you didn't get probed.
She's serious. We're past that, Stephen. But if you want to say it again, I suppose you could.
I did. Wanted to.
Great. Awesome. We're going to move on now, if that's okay with you. Okay, cool. She's serious and a little scared. Bella sees that.
You're not the only one.
Everyone stares. Did Bella just speak?
My dad's been getting reports at the sheriff's station. A couple hikers went missing. People are scared.
Now everyone's chilled. His Wi-Fi cut out. Bennett, do you want to jump in and read Mike?
I did hear some guy talking about it at the store.
Last time you clowns dumped my girlfriend.
As they continue, Angela mouths thanks to Bella. They share a smile and join in, Bella becoming part of the group. We cut to an extreme close-up on Jacob and Bella's faces, just inches apart.
Do I look scared?
Scared.
I'm not.
She's lying. Pull back to see she's straddling the now completed motorcycle. Jacob stands next to her, holding the bike up. There's an intimacy to their proximity. Include exterior La Push clearing the forest continuous, daytime. The bike is aimed down a dirt road. Jacob runs through the instructions.
Brake. Clutch. Right. Okay, gas. You ready?
Bella nods. Jacob grins, then kickstarts the bike.
Slowly release the clutch.
She does. The bike moves forward an inch. Jacob cautiously steps back. She moves forward another inch.
Stop.
Bella turns to find the apparition of Edward standing next to her. Her hand slips off the clutch. The bike bucks and falls on top of her. Jacob quickly lifts it off her as the apparition of Edward disappears.
You okay? Bruises, breaks?
I'm going again.
I'm not sure that's a good...
Bella quickly rises and hops back on.
I guess we're going again. Now, what are you going to do with the clutch?
Release it. Slowly.
Jacob nods, then kickstarts the bike again. She releases the clutch and moves forward, slowly at first. Edward reappears at her side, glowering. She keeps going, a little faster. Edward appears on her left now. She passes him. He reappears ahead. She passes. On Bella's face, as the wind flings her hair back, she gathers speed and for a moment experiences pure freedom, exhilaration. Then she sees Edward standing at the curve in the road ahead and realizes,
I don't know. How do I turn?
Bank it. Bank. Hit the brake.
Jacob races toward her. She reaches the turn, doesn't bank, goes straight and flies right into the wall of trees. As she lies on the ground dazed, Jacob hurries up.
What, are you training for the X Games?
What are the X Games? She looks around for Edward. He's gone.
I want to go again.
Forget it. I'm revoking your motorcycle privileges. Oh, man, look at your head.
Indeed. Blood drips down her forehead. He pulls off his shirt to mop it up. He shrinks away.
God, I'm sorry.
You're apologizing for bleeding?
It doesn't bother you?
Just blood, Bella.
He bends over her, carefully tending her head. She finds herself looking at him. His dark eyes, his bare chest and smooth skin. He glances at her.
What are you staring at?
Chat.
Just you, actually. Good looking.
He's surprised. There's a moment between them. He smiles.
How hard did you hit your head?
Oh, yeah.
He offers her a hand, helps her up. She holds on to it, alarmed.
Jake, you're hot.
Upgraded from good looking?
No, temperature hot. You're burning up.
I feel fine.
He takes her hand from his forehead, holds it. She tries to pull it away.
What, I can't hold your hand?
It just means something else to you than it does to me.
Well, one, that's my problem, but two, we have fun. You think I'm hot.
Good looking.
I know you like me.
More than anyone, but that's all. That's it,
Cullen?
just more than anyone.
The name stings her. He takes both her hands now.
Look, I know what he did to you. I can see it in your face every time his name comes up, but you need to know I would never, ever do that to you. I promise I will never hurt you. You can count on me.
I already do. You don't know how much. You're my best friend, but I don't think my feelings will change.
He takes this in. It's hard. A wave of something sweeps over him. He sits back, closes his eyes, takes a breath.
I'm sorry. I should have said something right from the start.
No, it's not. I feel weird.
I told you, you have a fever, probably that flu everyone has.
It doesn't feel like flu. I don't know what it is.
Off Jacob, rattled, and Bella, concerned. We're interior Bella's house living room. It's another day. Bella does homework. Charlie watches a game. She's on edge, anxious. Hear a beep.
Hey, Jake, just checking to see how you're doing. It's the same. Sorry about you know how I feel, and I hope the flu passes. Passes fast. Call me.
Gosh, she's so embarrassing. Exterior Forks High School parking lot, another day. Bella climbs out of her truck, sees the empty spot where Edward used to park, sees Eric and Angela canoodling, couples everywhere. She puts her head down, hurries to class. Beep.
Hi, Jake. Your dad said you have mono. He won't let me visit, but would you call me?
Interior Bella's bedroom, nighttime. Bella paces her room, not wanting to sleep and dream. She eyes the phone, waiting for it to ring. Beep.
Me again. I just need to hear your voice.
Interior Bella's house, kitchen day. Bella's on the phone, leaving yet another message, her desperation having reached its peak. In the living room, Charlie and Harry check their fishing gear.
Jacob, please call me.
She hangs up, leans her forward against the phone. Charlie enters.
Harry and I will be back by 3.
He stops when he sees her, puts a hand on her shoulder.
It's mono bells.
He's too sick to even call.
You just gotta wait it out. You know, I don't have to go fishing.
No, go. I'll call Jess or someone.
Good. But stay there here or at Jess's. No hikes or anything. We're issuing a warning about those bears.
Off Bella's nod. Exterior the woods, daytime. Series of cuts. Bella tries to navigate her way to the meadow. She refers to a map, a compass.
Oh, sorry. I was more afraid of the hole in my chest than I was of bears. Without Jacob, I needed Edward more than ever.
Bella tries a trail. It doesn't look familiar. Backtracks. Tries another.
I needed to know he existed. There's only one place I might find him, or the feeling of him.
Flash pop to the meadow. Edward and Bella lie in the grass surrounded by flowers, sunlight dappling them. They look lovingly into one another's eyes. And then we're back on Bella. The memory and her desperation fuel her. Finally, she sees a clearing ahead, hurries toward it. And then we're in the meadow, daytime. Bella steps into the clearing, hopeful, but her face falls. In contrast to the warmth of her memory, the meadow is cold, gloomy, cloudy, and no Edward. She closes her eyes, trying to force Edward here. Nothing. Her eyes open on the empty, overcast meadow. Bella sinks to her knees, tears threatening, but then she hears a rustling noise. She turns toward it, peers into the woods. Another rustling noise comes from another part of the woods. She spins toward it. Nothing. Then she turns and jumps when she finds Vampire Laurent standing just 10 yards away. Dreadlocks, chiseled face. Bella can't believe it.
Laurent?
Bella.
She beams, realizing he's real.
Laurent.
I must admit, I didn't expect to find you here.
I live here. But I thought you were in Alaska with Carlisle's friend.
Tanya. I was. It was kind of him to arrange, given my association with James and Victoria. The enemy.
You tried to help us?
Laurent begins to stroll in a slow arc around her, his eyes assessing her as...
I went to visit the Cullens, but their house was empty. I'm surprised they left you behind. Weren't you a sort of pet of theirs?
As Bella's smile falters, fear beginning to dawn on her.
Something like that.
Do the Cullens visit often?
Suddenly, Edward's apparition appears between them.
Why?
Absolutely, all the time.
Why better?
I'll tell them you stopped by.
Edward fades. Throughout, he'll reappear when he speaks, then fade again. Bella tries to look relaxed.
Will they be able to reach you in Alaska?
I don't think so. Tanya's a vegetarian family was pleasant enough, but the dietary restrictions were difficult, living on nothing but animals.
Suddenly, he's standing inches from her. She now sees his eyes, dark blood red.
Tell me, Bella, do you ever feel compelled to cheat?
Bella involuntarily takes a step away from him.
Well, that's not why I left. I came back here as a favor to Victoria.
You're still friends?
More or less. She asked me to get the lay of the lands with the Cullens because, well, I'm afraid Victoria is quite put out with you.
That's too bad.
Yes. She feels it's only fair to kill Edward's mate, given he killed hers. Eye for an eye, mate for a mate.
And now Bella knows. Terror overwhelms her. Edward reappears.
Threaten him.
Edward will know who did it. He'll come after both of you.
I don't think he will. After all, how much could you mean to him if he left you here, unprotected? Victoria sent me here for information. She won't be happy about my killing you.
No, Laurent.
No. Don't be upset. I'm doing you a kindness. Victoria plans on killing you slowly, painfully, whereas I'll make it very quick. And you smell so mouth-watering.
He faces her, taking in her scent, bloodlust building. Her eyes dart around. Escape is impossible. The only thing she sees is the apparition of Edward, looking at her with alarm.
Edward, I love you.
Laurent is milliseconds from biting, then abruptly his expression changes. He sees something in the forest behind Bella, and it terrifies him.
I don't believe it.
He steps back. Bella's confused as she realizes he's no longer focused on her. She follows his eyes, slowly turning to find behind her an enormous black wolf skulking out of the darkness of the woods. It stalks towards them, a low, disturbing growl in its throat, sharp teeth gleaming. Bella is trapped between the two killers. Edward whispers in her ear,
"Don't move."
The wolf slinks closer to Bella, a mere 20 feet from where she stands. Then, 4 more wolves soundlessly emerge from the trees, flanking the black wolf. They're the size of small horses, all of different hues, dark silver, chocolate, ash, and russet brown. Their hackles are up, lips curling, bodies crouched, ready to spring. Bella is frozen with fear as they come toward her. The russet brown wolf is the closest and looks directly at her. Laurent continues to retreat. Then suddenly, almost simultaneously, Laurent bolts across the meadow. The wolves spring toward Bella and leap right over her in pursuit of Laurent. Their thunderous snarls and snaps shake her as the pack sprints after the vampire, surrounding him before he reaches the tree line. Laurent swings at the dark silver wolf, smacking the wolf halfway through the meadow. Across the meadow, another wolf lunges at Laurent. He kicks it and it sails into a tree, splintering it. The 2 wolves recover, lurch back to the pack, which closes in on Laurent. It's impossible to know who will prevail. Bella doesn't stay to find out. She races into the woods. Exterior woods, daytime. Bella runs frantically, tearing down the hillside, tripping, quickly picking herself up, running. She dashes out of the tree line into her truck parked on the shoulder. She jumps in, peels out. We're interior Bella's house, daytime. Bella bursts in out of breath. Charlie and Harry Clearwater are washing their fishing gear. Charlie spins.
Bella, what's wrong?
They're not giant bears. I saw them up in a meadow.
Oh, Tabernacle. I told you not to go into the woods.
What did you see, Bella?
Wolves. They're wolves, Dad.
Huh. Okay. We might note, though they don't, that Harry Clearwater sighs ever so slightly. How many of them were there, Bella?
Oh, 5. 5 of them, the size of cars. I swear they went after something, and I ran.
Charlie grabs up the phone as he dials.
Harry, can you get some men from the res?
Sure. Yeah. I'll just.
Harry seems more concerned than gung-ho as he slips out.
Jerry, put a hunting party together, trank guns, large caliber shotguns, and there's something terrible out there.
Something dangerous. Victoria.
Her eyes dart around the house, their vulnerability spinning in on her. As Charlie hangs up, goes to his gun cabinet.
If she came after me, Charlie would try to protect me and he'd die.
I've got to go to the station.
Good. That's good.
You guy here. You want to come with?
Actually, I need to see a friend.
Exterior Jacob's house day. Bella knocks, then knocks again. Finally, Billy answers.
Hi, Billy. I know Jacob's sick, but
He's out with friends.
oh.
I'll let him know you passed by.
Billy starts to close the door, but Bella stops him.
Wait. He's got mono, right? That's what you told my dad.
You should go on home, Bella.
And he closes the door. Off Bella. Interior Bella's truck day. Bella climbs in, slams the door, pissed, starts the truck, then turns it off. Deciding, she tosses the keys aside and sinks down into her seat to wait. Bella's POV, exterior Jacob's house on the window later. Rain now pours down. Billy, inside, pulls the curtain back, looks out at Bella with sympathy, then closes the curtain. Interior Bella's truck, on Bella, same. Bella looks out the passenger window at Billy. Suddenly, there's a knock at the driver's window. She spins to find Jacob standing there. But his face is shockingly different. His hair is cropped short. No friendly smile. No warmth in his eyes. Just a hard, brooding resentment. Bella's taken back. She climbs out of the truck to find exterior Jacob's house. Behind Jacob stand Sam Uli, Jared, Paul, and Embry. They're oblivious to the rain, wear minimal clothes.
You cut your hair.
Go away.
Jacob turns away. Sam leads the group toward the house. Jacob follows. She and we note his sure-footed strides, his awkward growth spurt, disappeared overnight. She grabs his arm.
What happened to you?
He stops, turns back. The others wait on the porch for him. They're out of earshot, but won't leave him alone with her.
I can help.
His face is hard as he shakes his head. He's not talking.
Sam got to you. What did he do?
Sam's trying to help me. Don't blame him.
Then who?
How about those filthy, reeking bloodsuckers you love? The Cullens.
I don't know what you're...
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He's shaking, almost convulsing with anger. She regroups.
The Cullens are long gone. How are they to blame?
They started all this by existing. Goddamn leeches.
Jacob.
Jacob glances at Sam, who gives him a look. Jacob takes a breath, trying to calm himself.
I can't be friends with you anymore.
Jake, I know I hurt you. I should have been more upfront, but I needed you. I still do. I don't know what that means yet, but if you give me time.
Stop. Don't. It's not you.
It's not you. It's me. God.
It's true. I'm not good.
You're wrong.
It doesn't matter. This is over.
I can't take losing my best friend too.
You already have.
Don't say that. You promised.
Go home, Bella. Don't come back.
He practically runs away, joining the gang who all disappear inside. Off Bella, standing in the rain. And we are going to take a 5-minute intermission, everybody. Great job so far. This has been awesome. Feel free to keep your cameras on or turn them off. It's 2:30 now, so we're going to regroup at 2:35 to read the second half. Yay!
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was great.
Dude. Bella got broken up with twice.
Yeah, oh my
It's been a
God.
rough year for Bella.
She should try
Feel
picking
worse.
up like a hobby that's not like getting her friends to do stuff for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like making sourdough or
anything.
You know.
I don't know if making sourdough is like a good plot point.
I would watch that film.
I would 100% write something like that, but like I don't know if people would. I don't know if sourdough is exciting.
There should be fan fiction where Bella is able to get over Edward. Like
I'm sure there
after a
is.
month. She's
Would you
"All
like
right."
me to find some? Because I'm really good on it.
And she just goes on and just does whatever she wants, like the empowered woman she should be. Or we'd love her to be.
We when I was at a convention, there was this fan fiction evening where my friend who I was with, Kieran, like read out like weird pairing erotic fan fiction. So I'm really good at finding weird fan fiction now, long story short.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm sure I can find one.
I love fan fiction. It's great.
It's delightful.
What kind of fan fiction are you looking for?
One where Bella don't need no man.
Where she don't need no man, where she makes sourdough and takes up croquet or something. Anything, really. Instead of just being a blank
Wait.
slate that just
Wait.
loves
Do you mean
Edward.
crocheting
No,
or
croquet.
No,
the sport of croquet?
British sport of croquet. Anything, really. She's like a blank wall. It's really astounding.
I have to read all these messages you guys are sending in the chat. I just
Oh, look! You know what was a really popular pairing for Twilight fan fiction? Carlisle and Bella. That's disturbing.
Why?
We're not
Why?
clicking
He's
on
only
it.
like 500 years old.
Yeah.
I love it.
Who's Garrett?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
From Motherland.
I am.
Wait, so Juliet, like that name literally means beautiful?
Hello?
Bella.
Yeah, Bella does.
Oh, Bella. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Bella
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, ugh, if you're into that sort of thing, right? Classic, beautiful people. It's like, bro, your name.
Literally. Belle.
Oh, I found one where Bella's a lesbian.
Love it.
Oh, Bella divorces Edward and then she leaves him with her baby.
Ooh.
And her and
Oh.
Rosalie moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, they're Rosalie.
Wait, like Edward and
No, Rosalie and Bella.
Wait, no,
oh,
Rosalie from Charlie's Angels. Who's Rosalie Hale? Who's the Hales now?
Isn't Rosalie Hale Rosalie Cullen? Like that was her.
Yeah.
Rosalie Hale was the name
Mhm.
before she became a Cullen.
Oh,
I'm
so
pretty
yeah,
sure.
She and Bella are an item, and they take Bella's baby.
All right.
This was written actually like 10 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! I
And
love
it's-
that
wow.
people
It's
are still
it's
still
G
going.
rating.
They're still going.
Bella Swan has a backbone. Edward Cullen bashing.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, yeah. Who the frick is Tanya?
I don't know.
Funny is the Alaskan.
Yeah, in Alaska.
Yeah, like,
But where else is
but we-
he mentioned?
like she. Man.
Is she in the final like battle? You know how they do like the whole like, let's get recruits from all the people we know.
I think so. I think in what is that part 2 of Breaking Dawn?
Yeah.
Whoa, we're jumping movies here, guys.
Wait, did
We're
Laurent
spoiling
die?
things.
Oh my god. Someone paired Twilight with Assassin's Creed.
It needed
It's a
to
choice.
be done.
Amazing.
Ezio / Bella.
It's Bella Swan / You'll See.
What?
Okay.
Like you
I
will
don't-
see.
Like you'll find out.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not again. This
spoilers
fanfiction.
here.
This fan fiction was last updated December 12th, 2020, and we're 13 chapters
Wow.
in.
Let's go.
This is wow.
Just
Bella
want to
Swan,
check with
the teenage witch.
Just want to check with Steven that you're back, your Wi-Fi and everything is fine now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was
No, it's fine. It's not a
was an
big deal at
issue.
all.
Hey, it is a big deal. I lost an entire line.
I know. I'm sorry.
little
You're no longer supporting, and you have to be downgraded to principal. So I'll talk to your agent about that.
I don't
the pay
think you
cut.
don't even pay me for my performances. It's a general rule.
Okay, so we're gonna get started again. Hopefully everyone is back. Let us. I'm just gonna quickly see. Terran's like looking at inside the fridge and stuff.
I haven't
We're gonna
had
get
lunch.
started.
I know, it's fine.
Victoria's hungry.
Victoria's very hungry.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, wonderful. So let's get started again. Well. Okay. All right, everybody. We are back here to read the second half of Twilight New Moon. Let's get started. Well, last we left off is the epic scene of, Jacob shirtless, standing in the rain, Bella being Bella. And now we're going to see what happens next. Interior Bella's house, nighttime. Bella enters, dripping wet, too listless to close the door. Charlie's face falls when he sees the pain and lifelessness return to her. He grabs a blanket, wraps her in it.
Hey, Bells. Billy called, said you and Jacob had a fight. But hey, you guys will work it out. I'm sure of it. Bells, you okay there?
Oh, I was muted. I'm gonna change everything.
Bella heads upstairs. Charlie sags, helpless. He moves to open the door. Unknown POV, exterior Bella's house, night. It paces, watching Charlie slowly close the door. We smash cut to interior forest, nighttime. Bella tears through the forest again, searching. She turns, finds Edward, cold, distant, but his face begins to morph and becomes Jacob's. She reaches for him, but he bolts backwards, suddenly many yards away.
Why?
He too retreats further, disappearing until Bella is alone. Blackness encroaches, the moonlight becoming a tiny spotlight on her. She searches the dark, then sees a pair of eyes, female, blood red, coming toward her. Hear a loud screeching noise. Interior Bella's bedroom, nighttime. Bella tosses herself awake, slowly realizing it was just a dream. But she hears the screeching noise again. Fingernails on her window. Bella halts upright, looks around for a weapon.
Bella, ouch! Damn it, open the window.
Bella cautiously moves to the window to find. Exterior Bella's house, night. Jacob, shirtless, clings to the top of a tree which bends with his weight. Bella opens the window, whisper yelling.
What the hell are you doing?
Get out of the way.
He begins to swing his legs, increasing momentum. She realizes what he's about to attempt.
No.
He launches himself through the window with great agility, and we're inside Bella's bedroom. Jacob lands on the balls of his feet. Bella is stunned. He freezes, listening for Charlie. Nothing. A bitter, self-satisfied grin spreads on his face. It pisses Bella off. He takes in her room.
Pictured your room more cluttered.
Why are you here?
I had to talk to you. Alone.
To kick me in the gut again? It was bad before, but you made it so much worse.
I know. And I want to explain, but I can't.
Then leave.
He stays put. She tries to push him, but he's immovable.
You're done with me, remember? Get out!
Bella, I literally can't explain.
She becomes aware of her hands on his bare skin and muscular chest, the intimacy of their touch. She pulls away.
I broke my promise not to hurt you. I know. But I'm trying to keep it now. I need you to understand. Even if you don't want to see me when you find out.
Find out what?
He starts to speak, but can't. It's agonizing. She sees he's in pain. She's concerned.
What's wrong?
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. I'll help you. We can. We can leave. Leave home, leave Sam.
It's not something I can run away from. I would run with you, though, if I could. Wait, I told you. You know this. You can guess.
I don't want to play games with you.
You have to. I can't tell you, but if you remember, it was that day I ran into you at the beach. I told you a story. Come on, I told you a story about...
About the cold ones? You said it was a stupid tribal myth.
Was it? Are the cold ones a myth?
She doesn't answer.
What else did I say?
That the tribe made a treaty with them. They can't come onto your land, and I don't know. I don't remember.
Try, Bella.
You have to give me more. Tell me where to look. Is there something I should see?
No, that's too dangerous.
I'll take the risk. Jacob, show me.
He looks at her, doesn't want to, but knows it's the only way. Beat.
Where was the last place you saw me? The way I used to be.
The motorcycles, that clearing in the woods.
He nods slowly, then turns to go. She stops him.
Don't go. There are dangerous things out there. More than you know.
He looks at her with a wry smile, then pulls her into a hug, her cheek against his bare chest. She takes in the closeness, then he soundlessly heads out her door. A beat. Bella starts pulling on clothes. Interior Bella's truck, nighttime. Bella drives through the darkness.
If I was going to lose someone else, I needed to know why.
She pulls off the road and drives into the forest. Exterior La Push, clearing in the forest, nighttime. Bella parks, climbs out of her truck. The moon eerily illuminates the clearing. Forest noises encroach. She hears a rustle amid the trees. Spooked, she freezes, then sees Jacob emerge from the trees. A moment as their eyes meet. Then, Sam Uli, Paul, Embry, and Jared step into the clearing as well. Half-clothed, movements almost synchronized. Their expressions simultaneously alter into fury when they see Bella. Paul spins on Jacob. Paul?
I could be Paul.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Here's my chance. Okay. What the hell have you done?
I didn't tell her. You'd know if I did.
She's here, isn't she?
Ella, there's nothing to see here. You should go home.
Not until I know what you did to Jacob.
What we did?
Jacob moves in front of Bella protectively, facing Paul.
Both of you, calm down.
Sam, she knows things about the bloodsuckers. She's been on the inside. She can help.
Like a leech's lover's gonna help us.
Watch what you call her.
Get a grip.
Paul and Jacob are so angry, their bodies begin to shake, nearly convulse. It unnerves Bella.
It's all right, Jacob. I'll go.
Paul and Jacob are beyond hearing.
All you care about is her.
Paul, back off.
She doesn't give a crap about you.
Jacob flashes anger, pushes Paul hard. Paul
Jacob.
flies backward. Paul rises, outraged, throws his head back into a growl, vibrating violently. Jared, Bennett, you go for it, Bennett.
Jared, too late.
Bella, get back.
Paul falls forward, but halfway to the ground, there's a loud ripping noise, and Paul explodes into silver gray fur, becoming a massive wolf crouched and ready to spring. Bella, horrified, grabs Jacob's arm, pulling him.
Run, Jacob!
But he yanks away from her, runs directly at the Paul wolf.
Jake, no, stop!
Jacob dives headfirst into the air with another sharp tearing sound. Threads of cloth blast into the air. Fur bursts from Jacob's skin. He lands on the ground. A gigantic, russet brown wolf charging the Paul wolf. Bella reels as the two wolves crash into each other, snarling and ramming one another. The sound is deafening. Their teeth flash at each other's throats. Bella stumbles backward as the fight carries the two wolves beyond the clearing and into the woods. The camera follows them as they fight deeper and deeper into the darkness until they disappear. The horrible sounds of the fight still echo, and we're back in the clearing. Sam starts after them, kicking off his shoes.
Take Bella to Emily's place.
Sam disappears, leaving an eerie quiet. A long silence.
Guess the wolf's out of the bag, eh?
Off Bella. Stunned. Exterior La Push, Emily's house, nighttime. Bella's truck, driven by Embry, pulls up to a tiny weathered house with a window box full of marigolds. Jared, in the back, jumps out, opens Bella's door. He and Embry head toward the house. She doesn't move.
Pay up. She didn't puke.
Jared, annoyed, hands Embry $5.
Told you she was tough. She does run with bloodsuckers.
Wait, we should go back, make sure Jacob's okay.
Bennett, I'll have you read for Jared.
I hope Paul gets some teeth in him. Serves him right.
No way. Jake's a natural. You see him phase on the fly? I got a $5 says Paul doesn't touch him.
Easy money. Paul's been at it longer.
Bella looks at them, appalled. They realize she's not following them.
Come on, we won't bite.
Speak for yourself.
Bella warily climbs out of the car, joins them. Embry pauses at the door.
Oh, hey, about Emily, Sam's fiance. Just try not to stare. It bugs Sam.
Why would I stare?
But the guys are already entering. We're inside Emily's house, nighttime. Bella hesitantly enters behind Jared and Embry. She sees Emily, 20, at a counter, popping fresh muffins out of a tin. See only one side of Emily's beautiful face, draped by long black hair.
You guys hungry? Like I have to ask.
Emily looks toward them now, revealing the other side of her face. A scar runs from hairline to chin, 3 red lines that pull down her eye and twist her mouth.
Who's this?
As Jared and Embry beeline for the muffins.
Bella Swan. Who else?
So you're the vampire girl.
And you're all
werewolves. I'm just engaged to one, but these animals, save some for your brothers.
Bella cautiously approaches the counter, keeping an eye on the door for Jacob.
Leave it to Jacob to get around Sam's gag order.
He didn't say anything, or I couldn't.
It's a wolf
That's
thing.
a wolf thing.
Oh.
Alpha's orders. Get obeyed whether they want to or not.
How about you shut up now, Embry?
You know Jacob's gonna fill her in.
Yeah, I know every stupid thought he has. Want to know what he thinks of you?
Like you need special powers to know that.
It's another wolf thing. We hear each other's thoughts. Good for hunting, embarrassing for everything else.
Jared leans to Bella. This is my favorite scene. Jared leans to Bella, challenging.
Freaking out yet?
You're not the first mind reader I've met.
Jake's right. You are good with the weird.
But I don't get how? Why?
Sam?
Sam, I don't get it.
Oh, Sam. Well, because there are bad things here. She's been, oh, sorry. Go on.
She spins. Sam is now standing behind her, the front door open behind him.
And they're getting worse.
Bella is chilled. Sam moves past her to Emily. The sight of her instantly warms his face.
Hey, Em.
He kisses Emily's scarred face adoringly. Bella has to look away. Their utter devotion is a painful reminder of what she has lost. Unfortunately, she's distracted by Jacob and Paul's arrival. They laugh and jab one another. Bella's relieved to find Jacob unscathed. Jared and Embry crowd them, finding a scar on Paul's arm.
Ha! Pay up!
As Jared reluctantly hands Embry $5, Jacob's eyes find Bella's. He nods solemnly to the door. We should talk. Exterior La Push Cliffs, dawn. The sun is just beginning to rise, reddening the clouds overhead. Bella paces by the cliff's edge, trying to come to grips with this new reality. Jacob keeps his distance, trying to control his anger.
You just have to stop.
It's not a lifestyle choice. It's in my DNA.
Killing is in your DNA?
Man, I thought maybe you wouldn't be such a hypocrite. What, I'm not the right kind of monster for you? Can't measure up to your blood-sucking friends?
Hey, they managed to survive without hurting innocent people.
Jacob stops, a beat as anger is replaced by confusion.
Wait, innocent? So you don't care that I morph into a giant dog? Just that I kill people?
Just those hikers' lives meant that little to you?
He bursts out laughing.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait. We're not killing hikers. We're trying to protect them.
From what?
The only thing we do kill. Vampires.
Vampires. Jake, no.
Don't worry. We can't touch your precious Cullens unless they bite someone and violate the treaty.
That's not what You can't fight vampires. They're too dangerous.
Please. We took out that leech with the dreads easy enough.
You killed Laurent?
He didn't seem like a friend.
No, God, no, but how?
It's what we do. Why we exist. A few lucky guys in the tribe have the gene. If a bloodsucker moves to town, our DNA kicks in, we reach the right age, and fever hits.
Mono.
I wish. Next thing I know, they're telling me, this is your life now. That future you saw for yourself, gone.
Desolation fills him. She sees this.
It's bad, huh?
I hate feeling out of control. Like, maybe Sam is right. You shouldn't be around me.
Like you could get rid of me.
You've seen Emily.
That lands with her. She nods.
Sam lost it for a split second. Em was standing too close. He still messed up about it. I don't want to be that kind of nightmare.
You're not like that. You save people, right? You saved me from Laurent.
Yeah, didn't mind taking him out. His redheaded girlfriend would be fun too.
Bella stops, chilled to the bone.
Victoria? She's here?
We chased her all the way to the border the other night, but she won't stay gone, keeps coming back. If we knew what she was after. What?
I know what she wants. Me.
Smashed to exterior forest highway, daytime. A Maserati with a Canadian plate blasts down the highway at a blinding speed. Interior car, same. Close on Victoria, easily controlling the steering wheel with 2 fingers. She speaks to someone we don't see, her words laced with longing and fury.
James hated cars. He liked being close to the ground, but I'd steal one occasionally to throw him off the scent. See, we played hide and seek sometimes. No one can hide like me. But no one could seek like James.
Include her barely conscious passenger, Denise, 30s, a pretty bleach blonde with expensive jewelry. She's just coming to, a bump on her head where she was knocked out.
What are you?
Some games lasted months, but we always got hungry for each other. So I'd let him find me.
Denise, now lucid, looks around to see In the back seat, her husband, Michael's body, well dressed in a turtleneck, 40s, sits upright, his head tilted forward as if he's resting. Denise reaches for him.
Michael! Oh my God! Oh.
We never could get. Oh. Humans are gross. We never could get enough of each other. We would have had forever to try.
Denise, scared, shakes Michael's arm, which causes Michael's head to roll to the side, revealing his gouged, blood-soaked neck and his vacant, dead eyes. Denise starts screaming. Don't actually. Victoria grins.
James always loved a screamer.
Victoria's hand jets out, grabbing a fistful of Denise's hair. She yanks Denise over, exposing her neck just as you can scream now.
Excellent. The redhead's after Bella. We've got bait.
With stunning speed, Jacob grabs a 4-pronged spading fork with some garden tools and flings it towards Jared's head. Jared easily and amazingly catches it.
She is not bait.
Include a picnic table in the middle of this small, quaintly landscaped garden. Jacob, Bella, Embry, Paul, Sam, Jared, and Emily are in the midst of a huge breakfast.
I should leave town.
Victoria will follow you and make it harder for us to catch her.
No one can catch her. She can escape anything.
Ooh, she has special powers.
Some of them do.
They all look at her. She instantly regrets saying it.
Like what? Bella?
Mind reader, you said you knew. He was a suckhead. Can they all do that?
That would blow.
No, I shouldn't have. No.
She's still protecting them. I don't know why. It's not like they stuck around to protect you.
Guys, back off.
Jacob looks apologetically at Bella. She shrinks, stung. Exterior Bella's house, nighttime. Jacob walks her to the door.
Don't worry. We've got this place covered. She won't get near you or Charlie.
Bella nods. He sees she's blue.
Hey, we should do something fun, like cliff diving, right?
I could use the rush.
Soon. After we catch her.
He offers a reassuring look before jogging into the woods. Exterior Cullen house, nighttime. Bella tentatively approaches the large modern glass home. She climbs the porch steps, approaches the door. Interior Cullen house living room. Bella enters to find it perfectly intact, lived in, warm, candles glowing, to find the Cullen family enjoying the evening. Carlisle, Esme, Rosalie, Emmett, and Jasper. Bella is overwhelmed with joy at seeing them.
You're here.
But they ignore her, won't even look at her. She starts toward them, but suddenly Edward appears and yanks Bella away, pulling her to the door and pushing her out, slamming it on her. Exterior Cullen house, nighttime. Bella runs to the window, peers in at the family who continues to ignore her as they gather around Edward. And we're inside Bella's room, morning. Bella awakens, tears on her face. She can't take it, gets the hell out of bed, anxious to leave the dream behind, but it stays with her. As we enter, exterior Emily's house, daytime. Bella knocks on the door, rain falling around her, wind blowing strong. Emily opens the door, sees her.
Bella, are you okay?
Yeah, is Jacob here? He wasn't at home.
Sam appears behind Emily.
He's with Jared and Embry, keeping an eye on things. I'm heading out soon. Should I tell him something?
As Sam wraps an arm around Emily, their deep love is achingly obvious. Off Bella's face, we flash to Bella and Edward at her birthday party in a similar embrace as Alice snaps their picture. And then we're back on Bella, pained.
You want to come in?
But Bella's already hurrying to her truck, determination on her face. Exterior woods day, close on a rifle as it locks and loads. We include Charlie, who checks it, then notes the position of the 6 men in his hunting party, all wearing rain gear. He sees Harry at the end of the line, pausing, looking down.
Was ist das? You got something, Harry?
On Harry, he looks down at a large wolf paw print.
Was ist das, Harry?
Harry Clearwater? Julia? Julia Koser?
He was unmuted. Nope, nothing.
The hunting party moves forward. Harry lets them get ahead, stomps out the paw print. On Charlie as he passes under a huge tree, whip pan up to the tree to find that high above, crouching on a limb, is Victoria. She watches Charlie with a vengeful glare. She noiselessly swings down to a lower branch, getting ready to pounce on Charlie, on Harry. His eye catches her movement. He looks up, sees the back of her red head. His breath catches. She hears the sound, even through the rain and wind. Before Harry can raise his shotgun, Victoria's standing next to him, whipping the gun out of his hands with superhuman speed. He gasps, breath stuck in his chest. She grins, about to bite, but suddenly, the russet brown Jacob wolf smashes into her, knocking her away. She rights herself immediately and takes off. The three wolves give chase, disappearing. It all happened soundlessly, in seconds, unbeknownst to the others. We stay on Harry. He still can't catch his breath. In slow motion, he claps his left arm, intercut with another part of the woods. Lightning fast cuts of the chase. The wolves are right on Victoria's tail, blasting through the forest. And we're back on Charlie. Slow motion. He turns to see Harry clutching his chest. Charlie runs to Harry's side. Smash cut. Back to Victoria, escaping at breakneck speed. She bursts out of the trees to the ocean. Victoria beelines for the choppy water, dives in. When she reappears, she's hundreds of yards offshore. The wolves prowl the beach in frustration as we go back to Harry. In slow motion, he falls to his knees just as Charlie reaches him. Off Charlie, beginning CPR. We smash cut to La Push, cliffs, daytime. Bella's truck comes to a stop. She climbs out, ignoring the wind and rain. She strides to the cliff's edge, looks down. And we're in Bella's POV. The water, steely gray, rough white caps.
Step back.
Bella smiles, tears of relief springing to her eyes. She turns to find Edward's apparition at her side. She steps back from the cliff's edge, which causes him to disappear. That's it. She starts pulling off her shoes and coat, adrenaline pumping. Edward's apparition reappears, but she keeps going.
Stop this now, Bella.
You won't stay with me any other way.
She takes a last look at him. Then, with a running leap, she flings herself over the edge, on Bella screaming with exhilaration as she plummets down, then splashes into the water. Exterior, on the water's surface. No sign of Bella. A beat. Suddenly, she pops back up, inhales deeply, and laughs.
Yes!
She enjoys a moment of elation and empowerment, then turns to swim ashore. But her smile falters when she realizes how strong the current is. A wave crashes over her head. She gasps for breath. Then another wave hits her, starts to pull her under. Under the water, Bella struggles. Above the water, she pops up, looks around in a panic, and she sees, in the distance, something orangish, bobbing on the surface of the water. Bella goes down, then comes up again. The orangish thing is suddenly 30 yards closer. Bella struggles to stay afloat, but the current smashes her into a rock that the air goes out of her chest. She sinks. Angle on the orangish thing. It's Victoria. Floating effortlessly, hungry anticipation on her face. She dips below the surface, vanishing. We're under the water. Bella sinks, struggling at first. Edward appears in front of her, his eyes full of longing and love. He reaches to her, she to him, hands almost touching. Things going dark. And then suddenly a hand grabs her collar and we smash cut to exterior beach daytime. We're close on Bella, barely conscious.
Breathe, Bella. Come on.
Jacob hits her on the back. She spits up water, coming to.
Bella, can you hear me?
Jake?
She focuses, finally sees Jacob hovering over her, relieved. Behind him stands Sam.
She'll be all right.
Sam looks out at the water, scanning it, sensing something.
What the hell were you thinking?
I needed to see something.
What, the pearly gate? If we hadn't heard you scream.
Get her home. I'm heading to the hospital. I'll meet you there.
Jacob nods. Sam jogs off.
Why would you jump? Didn't you notice it's like a hurricane out here?
I know, it was stupid. Sam said hospital. Someone's hurt?
Harry Clearwater had a heart attack.
Oh my God, does my dad know?
He and my dad are both over there.
Will Harry be okay?
I don't know. Come on. Find you something dry and drive you home.
As Jacob helps Bella back up, we rack focus out to angle on the water where Victoria bobs, watching Jacob guide Bella away. Then she disappears below the surface. Interior Bella's truck, nighttime. Jacob drives. Bella wears a fleece jacket but still shivers. He pulls her close, wrapping an arm around her.
108 degrees over here.
She tucks herself into him.
Must be nice. Never getting cold.
It's a wolf thing.
It's a Jacob thing. You're just warm.
Like the sun.
Like the sun.
Which always comes back. You can count on me.
She nods. Awkward silence. He feels it.
There are other cool things about all this, like I heal fast. You want to see me stab my hand?
Yeah, because that would be fun.
Exterior Bella's house, interior truck, nighttime. The truck pulls up to the curb. It's pitch black outside. Jacob's still holding her close as he shuts the engine off.
So this wolf thing's not all bad?
It's better now that you know. But it just comes so easily to me. You know, more than the other guys.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Maybe. Or maybe it makes me less human than the others. Sometimes I'm scared I might disappear, you know? Who I really am.
Bella faces him, looks directly in his eyes.
I won't let that happen.
Their faces are so close and stay close for an intimate beat. They could kiss, their lips near. But Bella blinks herself back to reality and pulls away.
Thanks for driving, for everything.
For saving your life? As she pushes open her door, wind wafts in. Jacob reacts to a repugnant smell outside.
Holy crap!
He abruptly pulls Bella back into the truck, slams the door shut, and starts the truck.
There's a bloodsucker out there.
How do you know?
I can smell the stink. I'm getting you out of here.
As Jacob whips the truck around, the headlights illuminate, and we're in Bella's POV, the driveway. A black Mercedes is parked in front. Bella spins to the rear window as Jacob floors it.
Stop! It's not Victoria.
Forget it.
It's Carlisle's car. They're here. Go back.
It's a trick.
He's still flooring it. Bella cracks the door open while they're moving. He slams on the brakes. She jumps out.
Damn it, Bella!
We're exterior road, nighttime. Bella hurries up the road toward her house. Jacob suddenly standing in front of her, furious.
Stop. You gotta come with me.
It's okay. They're my friends.
Don't you get it? If a Cullen is back here, this is their territory. The treaty says we can only defend on our lands.
It's not a war.
It is. And you'll only be safe in La Push. I can't protect you here anymore.
I don't need you to.
You're about to cross a line.
Only if you draw one.
She starts to move past him, but he stops her.
I'm not letting you do this.
You don't have a choice. I don't belong to you.
Her words are a knife to the heart. She sees that, but can't take them back. He hands her the keys.
Bye, Bella. I hope you don't die.
She flinches at the stinging remark. He disappears into the darkness, leaving her alone on the dark road. She's closer to her house than her truck. She hurries forward. The night sounds start to encroach. Branches crackling, bushes rustling. She glances behind her. Nothing but darkness. She faces forward again and runs directly into a vampire. Bella screams, then realizes it's Alice. Bella is stunned. So is Alice.
Alice.
You're alive.
She's clearly confused, but Bella hugs her with tears of joy.
Oh my God, Alice, you're here.
I heard voices. I didn't think it was you, but you're alive.
You keep saying that.
I saw you. A vision of you. You jumped off a cliff. I knew I'd be too late, but why the hell would you try to kill yourself?
I didn't. I was cliff diving.
Why?
Fun.
That was fun for you.
Until I hit the water.
I have never met anyone more prone to life-threatening idiocy. And what is that hideous wet dog smell?
Oh, probably Jacob. He's kind of a werewolf.
Off Alice's horrified expression, we go to interior Bella's house kitchen nighttime. As Bella makes herself hot chocolate, Alice paces.
Werewolves are not vicious.
Until they lose their tempers.
They saved me from Laurent. They're protecting me from Victoria.
Victoria? I didn't see her. I didn't see you get pulled from the water either.
It was Jacob who saved me more than once. I couldn't have made it without him. You have no idea what it was like.
Yes, I do. I knew leaving wouldn't be good for you. I tried to tell Edward, but he wouldn't listen.
Does he know you're here?
No, he's been away.
Interior tenement apartment, Rio de Janeiro. Daytime. A dump. Empty but for a table and a chair. On the table lie the photos that once lined Bella's walls. Edward stands in the center of the room, stock still, staring out at the rising sun. His face is as empty and desolate as Bella's was after he left. A cell phone on the table rings jarringly. He doesn't move. It continues. Finally, he whips the receiver to his ear, exasperated.
What?
Wow, Edward finally answered the phone. I feel so honored.
Intercut with interior Tanya's Alaskan home. Daytime. Rosalie's on the phone, standing at the picture window. Rosalie's POV. Emmett, Jasper, Carlisle, and Esme walk away from the house, over the snow to the tree line on their way to hunt. None wear coats.
I'm hanging up now.
Wait!
Rosalie
You should come home. Esme's a wreck. Carlisle never smiles. Even Emmett's depressed. You've really done a number on them.
I'm sorry. I am. But they wouldn't be happier with me around. Trust me.
I just miss us.
I know. But the further away I am, the safer Bella will be. She deserves a shot at a normal life.
But see, you don't have to worry about that. Not anymore.
She stops, realizing she may be making a mistake. But Edward caught it, sits up.
Hi, Rose. Did something happen? Tell me, Rosalie. Tell me!
Alice had a vision. She saw Bella throw herself off a cliff. She's dead, Edward.
Edward reels, uncomprehending.
I don't believe it.
Alice is there now. Thought she could help with the funeral or something.
We stay on Rosalie as...
Come home, Edward. It's time. Edward.
She's been disconnected, off Rosalie, worried. We are. Exterior at Bella's house, daytime. Bella walks Charlie to his cruiser. He wears a dark, ill-fitting funeral suit. At the car, Bella adjusts his tie.
Thanks for understanding. Sorry, Bells. There was a little issue. They just want to keep the service small.
Don't worry about me. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, but Sue and those kids, Leia's only a year older than you and Seth's, 14?
Emotion threatens. She hugs him. He holds on a little too tightly for a beat. Then he bucks up, climbs into his car.
There will be a reception after. I might be a stay late and see if I can help.
Bella nods, then waves as he drives away. She turns to head back inside, but finds Alice suddenly at her side. She jumps. Alice?
Can you not hear me?
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
You're not going?
I'm not the most popular person on the werewolf res right now.
Because you're friends with me?
Bella shrugs. Alice hears something, then looks down the road. Jacob's rabbit appears in the distance.
Huh. Didn't see them coming. Didn't see him pull you out of the water. Maybe my visions are allergic to dogs.
Alice.
I'll go do some hunting.
Angle on the rabbit as it pulls up. Jacob arrives. Jacob drives, Embry in the passenger seat. Bella approaches, surprised to find Quil in the back. Same short hair and hard look as the others.
Quil, you too?
Yeah, me too.
Jacob climbs out. Embry takes the driver's seat.
You alone?
Yes. Shouldn't you be at the funeral?
Had to talk to you first. I'll meet you there. Go on.
They're wary, but pull out. Jacob follows Bella into the living room, daytime. Jacob enters behind Bella. She turns to him.
Look, Jake, I'm sorry.
This place stinks to hell.
She sees he's shut down, cold. She shuts down as well.
You're welcome to leave. In fact...
How many Cullens are here, and how long are they staying?
Just Alice, and she'll stay as long as she wants.
Are the rest coming back?
Not that I'm aware of. Anything else?
That's it.
Better go report to Sam.
Jacob turns, starts to leave. He looks back, sees her anger turn to hurt. He stops.
I've done it again. I keep breaking my promise not to hurt you.
It doesn't have to be this way.
He moves back to her, looks into her eyes with sadness.
Yeah, it does.
Am I gonna lose you this time, Jacob?
He can't answer that, but he presses his hand to her cheek.
It was easier when we were both human, wasn't it?
They look at one another. Jacob's hand still on her face, his eyes searching hers. Slowly, he starts to bend toward her lips. She doesn't pull away. She misses him too much, needs him too badly. This time, she'll let it happen. A kiss is a centimeter away. Suddenly, the shrill ring of the phone makes them both jump. Jacob, the closest to it, doesn't move his face, just keeps looking into her eyes as he reaches for the phone. Answers.
Swan residence?
She smiles, but he instantly bristles, voice going cold.
He's not here. He's at a funeral.
Then the phone goes dead. Interior tenement apartment, Rio de Janeiro, same. Edward stares at his phone, crazed, enraged, grief-stricken. He hurls it against the wall, shattering it. We're back in Bella's house. Jacob hangs up the phone.
Filthy bloodsucker.
Wait, who was it?
Dr. Carlisle Cullen.
You should have let me talk to him.
He didn't ask for you.
Suddenly, Jacob's eyes go wild. His body stiffens, starts trembling in the way that precedes a wolf morph.
Step away from me, Bella.
Bella turns to see what he's reacting to. Alice. She stands in a doorway looking empty, despairing. Bella immediately hurries to her side.
Alice, what's wrong?
Edward.
What about him? What happened?
I just saw him in a vision. He thinks you're dead.
That was him calling, not Carlisle.
Bella, he's going to Italy, to the Volturi.
Off Bella's face, flash pops of the circular hall, the 3 Volturi, the dismembering of the rogue vampire, and we smash to Bella's room, Day. The door slams open and Bella races in, shoving clothes into a bag. Jacob dogs her, protesting.
Why do you have to go?
He won't believe Alice. He has to see that I'm alive.
He left you, Bella. He didn't want you anymore, remember?
But I still love him, and I'm not going to let him kill himself out of guilt.
This wounds him, but she can't stop to soothe him. She pulls away and continues packing.
What about your dad?
I'm 18, legally free to go. I'll leave a note.
Alice enters.
Got the airline tickets?
You Cullens might hunt animals, but these monsters in Italy don't.
I'm well aware of what the Volturi are.
Then why are you taking Bella to them like a bottle of wine to a party?
Right. She's better off here with Victoria stalking her. The one you dogs can't seem to catch?
Jacob growls, a shudder ripping through him. Bella intercedes, stopping him from morphing by grabbing Alice.
Let's go.
Exterior Bella's house day. Alice flies to her car, but Jacob catches Bella's arm, not hostile, just pleading.
Please, Bella, stay here. For Charlie, for me.
Bella sees the love in his eyes. This could be the last time she ever sees him. She hugs him, then pulls away.
Bye, Jacob.
He watches, agonized, as she races to the car, climbs in, and we're inside the Mercedes. Bella tries to pull on her seatbelt, but Alice stops her.
Maybe Jacob's right. No, you need to realize the Volturi could easily see me as Edward's accomplice, and you're a human who knows too much and tastes too good. They could kill us all.
Bella's response is to yank her seatbelt into its clip. Alice sees she won't change her mind. She shifts into gear and peels out. Bella looks out the window for Jacob. He's not there. She turns towards the woods. Bella's POV, the tree line. Shredded clothing flies in the air as we see the hind legs of a wolf disappear into the forest. Off Bella, fighting tears, but determined as hell. We're interior Volturi headquarters, nighttime. On Edward, walking down a seemingly endless corridor. Finally, he reaches a set of intricately carved double doors which open for him. He enters. Circular white marble hall. Edward finds himself facing 3 wooden thrones, on which sit the ancient Volturi, Aro, Marcus, and Caius. Aro wears an expensive contemporary black Italian suit, long black hair and a loose ponytail to his waist. Marcus and Caius eschew modern clothing for rich silk robes, their long hair loose around them. All 3 have translucent, onion-like white skin.
Have you decided?
It was an interesting debate. We don't get many suicidal vampires.
Pathetic.
I'm afraid your gifts are too valuable to destroy. But if you're unhappy with your lot, join us. We'd be delighted to utilize your skills.
So you won't end this?
Not without cause.
Edward registers this, his face setting. Clearly, he's going to give them cause. He strides out. Off Aro.
Such a waste.
Exterior Florence Airport, Italy, in the morning. Bella waits impatiently at the curb as a yellow hardtop Porsche with darkly tinted windows screeches to a halt in front of her. The passenger door opens. Alice is behind the wheel, pulling off the chic white hooded coat she uses for protection against the sun. As Bella climbs in, buckles up.
Where'd you get the car?
Hope you're not opposed to Grand Theft Auto.
Not today.
Alice floors it and the Porsche peels out. Exterior Tuscan countryside, day. Aerial view of the yellow Porsche. Screams down a highway, cutting lanes, weaving through Peugeots and Fiats. Interior Porsche day. Bella grips the dashboard as Alice narrowly misses a car.
How much time do we have?
He's waiting till noon when the sun's at its highest.
Exterior Volterra Palazzo dei Priori day. Alice's vision. It's jumpy, uneven. Edward stands in shadow, his shirt open, eyes shut. A clock gongs as he steps into sunlight.
He's gonna make the Volturi change their minds.
Interior Porsche.
It's almost noon now.
There's Volterra.
Alice punches it as Bella sees. A medieval fortified village atop a distant hill. Volterra. Exterior Volterra day. The narrow, centuries-old streets are crowded with festival revelers who all wear red. They gaily head toward the town square, carrying red pendants, balloons, scarves. The Porsche weaves through them, hurrying. Hold on. The Porsche is weaving through the people?
I'm an extremely good driver.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane.
When you're a vampire, you
actually-
can drive super well.
Actually, crowds of people and cars just like roaming through them is actually pretty common.
I was gonna say I grew up in Turkey. Like,
yeah,
this is how
that's a
traffic
thing.
is.
Well, because the streets are too
Jesus.
narrow for a Porsche to drive through, so
Oh, yeah.
naturally they just drive through the people. It's fine.
I like to imagine Ella's just running them over. Grand Theft Auto. She said Grand
It's
Theft Auto,
fine.
so
It's fine.
It's
Grand Theft
fine.
Auto. Whatever.
It's
This is
fine.
normal.
Great, awesome. Also, the detailing on the cars, like the descriptions of the,
Right.
that's a lot. Inside the Porsche,
Why are they all wearing red?
San Marcos Day Festival. The perfect setting. Large crowds. The Volturi won't let him get far enough to reveal himself. He's counting on that.
We only have 5 minutes.
Alice screeches to a halt at a roadblock. Italian police wave her back. Bella jumps out.
Where's the square?
Follow that lane.
Bella's already running.
He'll be under the clock tower.
Alice watches her go, then senses something. Looks up. Alice's POV. On the rooftops, a figure in a black hooded overcoat leaps from building to building, tracking Bella. As he disappears, off Alice. We're exterior Volterra alleys. Series of fast cuts. Bella races down the cobblestone alleys, stumbling on the uneven stones. Festival revelers head in the same direction. She maneuvers around them. Above Bella, we see flashes of the figure in the overcoat. As Bella nears the square, the alleys become more populated. She pushes past people ad-libbing, "Excuse me, sorry." Finally, she merges into exterior Palazzo dei Priori. Bella's POV, a sea of scarlet flags, dresses, and jackets. On the other side of the crowded square, the clock tower. It reads 1 minute before noon. Bella battles her way through the square. The crowd shoves back, shouting at her in Italian.
Fare attenzione!
Bella charges forward to find herself blocked by a fountain. Suddenly, gong. The clock tower bells chime. It's noon. Bella jumps into the fountain, wades through the shallow water to the other side. She jumps out and barrels through the crowd. Finally, she sees Edward in the shadows, just inches from the sunlight.
Bird.
Gong. Bella's cry is drowned out by the booming chime. She pushes toward him, fighting to reach him as we close on Edward in slow motion as he unbuttons his shirt, exposing his bare chest. On Bella, in slow motion, calling his name. On Edward's face, he closes his eyes, welcoming death. Then slowly, Edward takes a step into the sunlight, the rays hitting his shoe. But before the sun touches his skin, Bella slams into him. It's like running into a brick wall.
No, Edward, don't.
Edward opens his eyes and looks at Bella as the clock booms its final chime. He's amazed, already dead in his mind.
Carlisle was right. Heaven.
No, I'm here. I'm alive.
You're not real.
Look at me. Alice was wrong.
He begins to realize she is real.
Bella?
Please. Step back. I'm alive.
He suddenly kisses her, stepping back into the shade with her. They soak each other in like starved people suddenly nourished. He pulls away to look at her.
You're here.
I'm here.
They share a long look. He's about to kiss her again when suddenly he stiffens and abruptly pushes Bella behind him, taking a protective stance in front of her. They face the dark alley that runs under the clock tower. Out of the alley's shadows emerge 2 figures in hooded overcoats, both stunningly handsome males in their 20s. Felix, huge, strong, and Dimitri, slender, elegant. Both have unsettling burgundy red eyes.
I won't be needing your services after all, gentlemen.
Arrow wants to speak with you again.
No rules were broken.
Dimitri's smile suggests he doesn't agree. He's the more gracious of the two, but no less dangerous.
We should take this conversation to a more appropriate venue.
Fine. Bella, why don't you stay and enjoy the festival?
The girl comes with us.
That's not going to happen.
Alice suddenly appears, lightly tripping through the alley toward them, pulling back the hood of her white swing coat.
Come on, guys, it's a festival.
She reaches Edward and Bella, positioning herself in a protective stance as well.
We wouldn't want to make a scene.
There won't be any scene, and we'll still win.
Not easily.
Enough.
I can't take it. A very tiny young woman appears. Jane. She also wears a dark overcoat. Her Botticelli, angel-like face peering out from under the hood. See her crimson irises. Felix and Dimitri are back off immediately. Edward and Alice step back as well. Bella can see they're afraid of this small girl.
Jane.
Who is she?
Just do as she says.
Jane tosses Edward an overcoat. He dons it.
Follow me. Follow me.
Jane simply turns and heads up the alley, confident they'll follow. Felix, smirking, gestures for them to go ahead of him. Edward takes Bella's hand. We're exterior Volterra streets, day. Jane leads Edward, Bella, and Alice through several narrow, dark alleys. Felix and Dimitri bring up the rear. Edward never loosens his grip on Bella's hand. Their path dead ends at a wall of brick. Jane just strides forward and, without breaking pace, drops down into an open hole in the street. It's a drain. Alice follows Jane. Bella looks down, sees nothing but blackness.
It's all right. Alice will catch you.
Edward takes her wrist, dangles her over the hole. Interior sewers, day. On Bella as she drops through the darkness to be caught by Alice. Edward lands beside them, then Felix and Dimitri. Edward pulls Bella close as they follow Jane through the sewer. He meets Bella's eyes, trying to look reassuring, but he's tense as hell. Finally, they reach a folding iron elevator door. Jane easily pulls aside. They all enter. As the door clangs shut on them, we smash to, close on modern elevator doors opening. They all exit into the Volturi headquarters lobby. An elegantly decorated space with old world charm. They're greeted politely by Gianna, an attractive human receptionist.
Buon pomeriggio.
They head through the lobby to the long corridor that Edward traversed earlier. Finally, they reach the carved double doors which open into the circular white marble hall. Bella, Edward, and Alice enter to face the three ancients, Arrow, Marcus, and Caius. 8 Volturi guards, including Jane, Felix, and Dimitri, line the walls in a variety of modern dark overcoats. Bella's point of view, the floor. There's a depression in the center that leads to a drain. Bella shivers. Arrow rises, greets them like old friends, taking Edward's hand and shaking it.
What a happy surprise. Bella is alive after all. Isn't that wonderful?
Caius responds with a sour expression. Marcus could care less. Arrow doesn't release Edward's hand, looks at him as...
Her blood appeals to you so much it makes me thirsty. How can you stand to be so close to her?
Not without effort.
I can see that.
Off Bella's look, Edward explains.
One touch, an arrow can see every thought I've ever had in my life.
You're quite the telepath yourself, Edward, though you can't read Bella's thoughts. Fascinating.
He releases Edward's hand and turns to Bella.
Hold on. The script decided to jump on me. I'm so sorry. Give me a
No,
moment.
you're doing great.
Boop, boop, boop. I can see that.
We're right at, he releases Edward's
I would
hand.
love to see if you are an exception to my gift as well.
He reaches for Bella's hand. She hesitates. Does she have a choice? Arrow laughs at her reluctance, further extends his hand. Bella finally takes it. A beat as he holds her hand, confusion sweeping over him.
Interesting.
He releases her, moves back to his chair, deep in thought.
I wonder if...
No!
Let's see if she is immune to all our powers. Shall we? June?
What? Her name is Jane.
Jane.
Jane turns towards Bella, but Edward springs in front of her. Jane instead focuses her gaze on Edward, which flings him across the room where he collapses, writhing in agony. Jane concentrates on him with a small smile, enjoying his pain.
Stop!
Bella and Alice rush to his side. As soon as Jane looks away, Edward's pain ceases.
Jane, dear. The girl?
Jane's gaze now turns towards Bella, who cringes, awaiting the pain, but nothing happens. Jane's grin is replaced by anger. Arrow laughs like a child with a new toy. Jane, infuriated, moves towards Bella, but Arrow stops her with a tiny gesture.
Remarkable. She confounds us all. What do we do with you now?
You already know what you'll do, Arrow.
She knows too much. She's a liability.
That's true. Unless Edward intends to give her immortality. But that's not your intention, is it? Shame.
He nods to Felix, who moves towards Bella, but he only takes a step before Edward tackles him.
Edward, don't!
Alice leaps to help, but several Volturi guard hold her back, which is no easy job. As she struggles mightily, Edward is David to Felix's Goliath. Edward will lose, but he'll go down fighting. Edward is fast, anticipating Felix's moves before he makes them, but Felix is stronger. Felix grabs Edward, throws him into the ceiling, smashing against the marble. He drops like a stone, is then immediately kicked across the room.
Stop! Please, stop this, please.
But Arrow ignores her, leans forward to study Edward. Jane is itching to step in. Arrow gestures her back. Felix takes some hits, but then lifts Edward overhead, cracking him like a nut, then flinging him against a wall. Bella runs toward Arrow, but a Volturi guard flings her away. She flies hard against the wall. The guard is then occupied by the thrashing Alice. Bella, bruised but not broken, makes another attempt to get to Arrow, finally reaches him, kneels in front of him.
Do it! Kill me! Just leave him alone!
As she yanks her collar back, exposing her neck to him, Arrow is surprised and intrigued a beat.
Enough.
Felix immediately releases Edward, who manages to look up. He sees Bella kneeling in front of Arrow.
Get away from her!
Edward moves toward Arrow, but he is immediately pinned by Jane's invisible powers. He writhes in agony. Alice can no longer bear Edward's suffering.
Edward, stop! I've already seen it.
Alice, stay out of it.
I know what to do.
Arrow, intrigued, gestures for Jane to stop. Edward goes limp. Arrow?
Oh. I saw the beat then gesture. Hold on. Ah. Oh.
You're
no,
intrigued, and you gesture for...
I'm intrigued. Please, be my guest.
We're actually... You're intrigued, but before,
yes,
previously.
the clairvoyant. I saw your gift in Edward's thoughts. What is it you've seen?
Don't.
I'm the one who will change Bella.
Bella is taken aback by this. Arrow surprised as well.
Please, be my guest.
Not here. Her father is in law enforcement. If she goes missing, there will be questions.
He is easily dealt with.
It will happen. Arrow, see for yourself.
She thrusts out her hand. Arrow nods to the guards who release her. She gives him her hand. He closes his eyes as we smash to exterior forest day inside of Alice's vision. Edward hunts a deer. Matching his pace is another vampire. Bella! She's pale and beautiful. She and Edward smile at each other as they take a last grand leap for the kill as we smash back to the interior circular white marble hall. Back on Arrow, utterly delighted. He releases Alice's hand.
Oh, mesmerizing. To see the things that you've seen that haven't happened yet.
Alice moves to Edward's side. helps him up.
I'm so sorry.
Your gift will make for an intriguing immortal. Go make your preparations.
Bella hurries to Edward's side, too. Caius is put out.
You're letting them leave?
Dear Caius, the girl's disappearance will be conspicuous at best, and surely you see her potential?
Let us be done with this. Heidi will arrive at any moment.
Arrow gestures. Dimitri throws open the carved double doors. Caius glares at them threateningly.
We will make sure she follows through. I would not delay. We do not offer second chances.
Edward, recovered now, takes Bella by the arm and, with Alice, they cautiously back toward the door. Interior Volturi headquarters, inside the long corridor, Dimitri leads Bella, Edward, and Alice out of the hall. As they make their way up the corridor, they see something toward them. A group of 24 tourists, led by a beautiful vampire, Heidi. Edward, Alice, and Bella stop to let them all pass. As Heidi passes Dimitri, he gives her a flirtatious smile.
Nice fishing, Heidi. Save some for me.
Heidi smiles. She gives Bella a curious once-over, then continues on.
This ways, please. Stay together.
A husband and wife, 60s, cameras around their necks, pass Bella. The husband winks at Bella.
Unusual tour, isn't it? Bill, get a picture of that bust in there.
As the tourists file past, we hear a variety of languages, German, Japanese, English. The group is moved toward the carved double doors which swing open for them. They file into the marble hall. Edward pulls Bella forward, but she cranes her neck back as the last of the tourists disappear inside. As the large doors close, we begin to hear screaming. Edward and Alice rush Bella out, push in on Bella's tormented face as the screaming gets louder and louder as we smash to interior Bella's room night. On Bella's sleeping face is the screaming crescendos. Bella sits bolt upright, yelling, "Stop!" She catches her breath, disoriented, confused. Then she turns to find Edward lying beside her, looking at her.
It wasn't a dream.
Been through a lot.
No, you might.
I'll be here when you wake up.
Beat. She looks at him, wary.
Why? Out of guilt?
You think I asked the Volturi to kill me because I felt guilty?
Didn't you?
I went to them because I thought I'd lost you.
You didn't even want me.
Now Edward takes her by the shoulders.
Bella, the only reason I left was to protect you. I wanted you to have a chance at a normal, happy life.
But it was so easy for you to leave.
I had to be convincing. But easy? My 100 years, I've never had a harder time than what I just went through.
She's beginning to believe him.
I kept seeing you, visions of you, always protecting me. I thought I was going crazy.
Your own instincts were speaking to you. I wish it had been me, but you're the heroic one. You saved me.
He moves to kiss her, but abruptly stops. Suddenly, her door swings open. She spins toward it as the lights flip on and Charlie enters. Edward is gone.
You all right? Another nightmare?
I'm okay. You don't have to worry.
Last time you said that, you disappeared. You want to talk about nightmares?
I'm really sorry, Dad.
Just don't ever do that to me again, okay? You're grounded for the rest of your life.
I know.
Get some rest so I can keep lecturing you in the morning.
He kisses her forehead, exits. She turns to find Edward sitting on the bed.
You won't forgive me easily.
Nope.
Will you? I don't deserve it, but I hope you will. Because I honestly have no idea how to live without you.
Bella melts in his eyes. He kisses her.
You won't be able to get rid of me once Alice changes me.
She won't have to. There are ways to keep the Volturi in the dark.
They'll come after your whole family. You'd risk that just to keep me human?
Just? You really don't understand what you'd be giving up.
I really do.
They look at each other. An impasse. She decides something, grabs her jeans, pulls them on.
You're not the only one with a say in it.
Interior Cullen House living room. It's dawn. Close on Bella.
You all know what Edward wants. You know what I want, but I won't force myself on you.
We include the entire Cullen family who surround Bella. The house has been restored to its original warmth and beauty. Edward sits off to the side as Bella addresses them.
I think the only what? I think I had a stroke. I think the only fair way to handle this is by vote.
You can't be serious.
This is my meeting, Edward.
Edward, frustrated, sits back. She faces the family again.
However this turns out, I'm not letting the Volturi hurt you. I'll go back to Italy alone.
The hell you will. I'm not missing another fight.
That's not up for a vote, Emmett. I don't want you involved.
We've always been involved, honey, and we're not just going to stop.
No, please. I want you to seriously think about this. If I join you, you'll be stuck with me for a long time. Forever. It's a huge decision, and I need your honesty here.
They nod or otherwise communicate agreement.
Then let's take a vote. Alice?
Alice jumps up and hugs Bella.
Like you're not already my sister? Of course, yes.
Bella smiles. Jasper rises but keeps his distance.
I vote yes. It'll be a relief not to want to kill you.
Thanks. Okay, Rosalie?
Rosalie, torn, looks at Edward, who's stony toward her.
I'm sorry for what I did. I really am. And I know you're not ready to forgive me. But this isn't a life I'd have chosen for myself. I wish there'd been someone to vote no for me. So, no.
Bella takes it stoically. Emmett bounds over and lifts Bella into a bear hug.
Hell yeah! We can pick a fight with these Volturi some other way.
Esme approaches and embraces Bella warmly.
I already think of you as part of the family. Yes?
Thank you, Esme.
Carlisle moves, not to Bella, but to
Edward.
You can't go along with this, Carlisle. You know what it means.
Well, you've chosen not to live without her, which leaves me no choice. I won't lose my son. But Alice has never turned anyone. It would be safer if I did it.
The front door suddenly slams. Edward's gone. Bella blanches but turns to the family.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Exterior Cullen House. POV from far on a hilltop reveals Victoria watching the house down below. Off, her seething furies smash to highway. Moments later, a Ferrari has pulled over to the side of the road. Victoria appears in the window. The driver, a middle-aged man, smiles.
Where are you headed?
Seattle.
Sounds perfect.
As she climbs in, we're inside Edward's car. It's morning. Edward drives Bella home. He is somber. She is resigned.
When?
After graduation.
Just 2 months?
It'll be best for Dad that way. I can pretend to be at college somewhere. Carlisle suggested it, but I wish you'd be the one to change me.
Would you be willing to trade for that?
Name it.
5 more years as a human.
The Volturi won't wait that long.
I'll settle for 3.
I won't risk it. It'll have to be Carlisle.
He takes her hand.
Why are you so willing to give up your soul?
Because I don't believe you've lost yours. And I want to share mine with you forever.
He looks to her. kisses her hand, and suddenly Edward slams on the brakes. Their POV of the road. Someone stands in the road directly in front of them. It's Jacob. He glares, then turns and walks into the woods.
What is he doing?
He wants to talk to me.
Well, he can talk to me first.
She pushes out of the car. Do we have someone filling in for Kate?
Want it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we
Put
go.
me in, coach.
Interior woods, morning. Edward and Bella tramped through the woods to find Jacob leaning against a tree. His expression is hard.
You're still alive.
I've been calling you.
Couldn't drop by.
He thinks I'm keeping you away.
Stay the hell out of my head.
Dad grounded me, Jake. We're trying to get back before he wakes up.
Jacob doesn't buy it. Bella is frustrated, but Edward takes a step toward Jacob, calm, diplomatic.
Jacob, I know you have something to say to me, but I'd like to say something first. All right?
Jacob leans back against the tree, arms folded, waiting.
Bella alive when I didn't.
No, you didn't. And it wasn't for your benefit, trust me.
I know. I'm still grateful. But I'm back now, and I'm not leaving Bella's side till she orders me away.
She looks at him. He returns the look. Jacob sees the devotion between them. It wounds him, but he masks it.
We'll see.
Either way, we'll handle Victoria.
She's been laying low ever since your freaky sister showed up. Guess she can't stand your Cullens either.
She'll come back.
She does, she's ours. She killed on our turf.
We'll see.
My turn to talk. I'm here to remind you about a key point in the treaty.
I haven't forgotten.
Good.
Whoops.
What key point?
If any of them bites a human, the truce is over. That's a bite, not kill.
But if I choose it, it's none of your business.
Jacob is horrified, starting to shake with rage.
If you... What? No! No way! I won't let you!
Bella, step back!
You're not gonna be one of them!
That's not your call.
You know what we'll do to you! I won't have a choice!
We're done here.
Edward takes Bella's arm, starts to pull her away. Jacob lunges, trying to extract Bella from him.
You don't speak for her!
The echo. Edward pushes Jacob away. He flies back 10 feet in the air, but midair he phases into a wolf. The Jacob wolf lands on all fours, spinning to face Edward in an attack stance. Edward shifts stance as well, readying for a fight.
Stop!
Edward and Jacob circle one another, seconds from lunging.
Get out of here, now!
But Bella races between them, forceful, insistent.
You do this, you'll be going through me.
A long, tense beat, none of them backing down. It could go either way.
I swear to God, I'm not moving.
Both rivals see she's dead serious. Edward backs off ever so slightly. The Jacob wolf does the same.
Give me a second, please.
Edward shakes his head, doesn't move an inch.
Read his thoughts. Is he going to hurt me?
Edward does, and finally, reluctantly backs away. But his eyes never leave the wolf's. They glare at one another. Bella carefully approaches the Jacob wolf, blocking his line of sight. Her voice is kind, pleading.
Jacob, I love you. You're my best friend, but I can't change how I feel. Please don't make me choose. because it'll be him. It's always been him.
Anguish sweeps through the wolf's fierce eyes. It's even harder to take than when he's in human form.
But you know how important you are to...
Suddenly, the wolf bolts out of there, on Bella, fighting tears as she watches him disappear.
There were problems ahead, seemingly insurmountable.
Edward's arms wrap around her from behind.
If I didn't become a vampire, the Volturi would kill me. If I did, my best friend would do the job himself or get killed in the attempt.
She turns to face Edward, looking into his loving eyes.
Victoria was still on the loose, putting everyone I loved in danger.
He kisses her tenderly, washing away her concerns.
But I had already survived the worst, losing Edward. So I knew I could survive anything.
I'm here, always.
And she sees that that's the truth, believes it. He takes her hand and together they turn, heading out of the woods.
And soon, I'd be like him. We'd face our fate together. Forever.
Off them, hand in hand, inseparable, as we begin to fade to black. And then we hear the agonized howl of a wolf in the far distance. The end.
Yay!
Hooray!
Yeah, that was awesome.
Damn.
Good job, everyone. Thank you. That was super fun. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sam, if you want to end the live stream, you can end it now.